been hit.
Hey, are we going through like the JBP type thing?
The who, what, when, where, and why?
Like JBP, Joe Budden podcast with like Rory and all.
I don't know nothing. What happened?
You know they're not like Joe Budden's and Rory and all like
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
shut up, nigga.
Oh.
I thought
Like,
something new happened.
oh no.
No, I got you. No, shut up, nigga. Yo,
Are we like
you stupid. Shut up, nigga. Oh god.
don't pod
Yo,
this week.
I can't stand you.
No, I'm just kidding.
What up, Verm?
Yo, let's go,
Yo, I
Verm.
cannot stand you.
I had to, dog.
Yo,
I had to, fam. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I get it. Oh my goodness.
I'm just happy you
What up,
landed
McKenna?
because I'm happy you landed because I didn't want to like over explain it.
No, right.
What's up, Michaela?
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
So yes, it's going to be some slight spice.
Oh, it's gonna be spicy caliente.
Slight? No.
no.
Not. It's not going to be muy caliente.
Oh man, because you made the back of the hair on my neck stand up, dog. I was getting excited. Jeez.
No, just light spice. Light spice. Yeah. Light spice. Nothing too crazy.
Ice spice?
No, nigga.
Hey, Shorty came out of nowhere, dog.
Yo, listen. I'm upset that I even know her name.
Me too. Like I didn't even know why.
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Like I followed her on Facebook because I was like, oh, I thought she was just like a model or some shit. Then I found out she rapped, and the next week after, I saw she was at the BET Awards and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Thought she was just some regular degler. Apparently not. I mean, but shouts to her for her come up though, dog.
Oh, thanks. You know? Absolutely.
Love to see black woman progressing. Matter of fact, I don't even know if she's black.
That's the thing. Because I think she's mixed. The reason I think she's mixed.
Clearly, but I don't know with what though.
No, nigga, you don't got it necessarily. We possess the genes to put out every color.
That's true.
But I think she's mixed. The reason I think she's mixed is because I ran across this dumbass post that was complaining about people not mentioning that J. Cole is mixed. And then somebody was like,
wait, they're mad that people aren't mentioning that J. Cole is mixed,
yes.
Or that J. Cole's not mentioning that he's mixed?
No, he's explained why he doesn't mention that he's mixed. It's because literally y'all can say whatever y'all want. Yes, my mother is white, but if I get pulled over by the cops, I'm still black.
Yeah, because he looked black as shit to me. I mean,
right.
He just looked like I wouldn't know he was mixed. I would just think he's a regular light-skinned dude.
Yeah, right. So that's it. He's explained this already. He's already been through this. So in the thread, somebody came to the defense of him, like, the reason that nobody mentions it is because he's not like Drake and Logic and.
Thank you. I'm happy you said
Logic.
Always
bring it up.
Yeah,
and somebody put Ice Spice on that list, so I'm guessing she's mixed.
Okay. It's either here or there.
And Lotto too. Her name was literally. You don't remember the lady rapper that had the name Mulatto?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's her. She changed her name because what up, sis? She changed her name because I guess she grew up.
Mulatto was a stick. Oh yeah, I know who she is. Yeah.
She changed her name.
Yeah, because mulatto is kind of like a,
It's not necessarily. It's not. It's
not positive.
Anymore.
Yeah.
You
know, like quadroon and shit.
Right. So either she changed, either she matured a little bit, or she got a hell of a PR team.
Word.
Either way. But yeah, now she goes by Big Lotto. So yeah, she might have been on that list too. I don't know. I guess I don't fucking know, yo. I guess maybe she just felt like Lotto wasn't enough. I don't know.
Why did I spell
the
that
weird thing about that though is like I
spelled it like lottery ticket. My bad. I'm tripping.
Yo, I feel like it. Now that I think about it, I feel like it definitely was her maturing a little bit, and the emphasis on a little bit. because you clearly didn't change your name.
Right.
Like it's clearly the same. Like everybody
It's
who knows
just a
that you
nickname
used
now.
to be right. Everybody who knows that your rap name used to be Mulatto will still understand that your rap name is still effectively Mulatto.
Yeah.
But it is what it. So yeah, I'm assuming that's her, not a PR team, because the PR team would have been like, all right, listen, no.
just spell it Lotto.
Do something different.
No, keep the Lotto, but LOTTO. Don't even like how I did when I looked it up. Big money.
Facts.
She would call her first album Mega Millions.
That's funny. It would be an interesting rap name.
It would.
And you could get a lot of puns out of there. So
that's facts, though.
Oh goodness. What up, everybody? What up? What's going on this beautiful Saturday morning?
I'm famished, my guy.
Why have you not eaten?
No, I ate last night.
Okay, but clearly you're hungry again.
I know. It's just like I don't really think about it sometimes. It's weird.
Word. Nigga, the things that I can't say on this podcast.
What thing? Say them.
No, because that kind of defeats the purpose of what I was just saying.
Oh.
Like literally.
Well, it didn't defeat the purpose. I don't care.
It would be counterintuitive. It's not your purpose. Of course you wouldn't care. Like I don't understand. Okay, whatever. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Nah, say it.
Don't worry about it.
Let's get canceled.
Nigga.
No, but the question though, is it like something that you could get in a lot of trouble for?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but not like that.
But like personal.
Yeah, personally.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Say it.
Actually, you know what? I probably wouldn't, but I might get somebody else in trouble. So I ain't
so you be snitching?
Yeah.
Wow, damn.
See, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that.
Don't do that. I don't condone that.
It's a doozy. I'll tell you later.
Word. And then yeah, I'll move accordingly. Wink.
I can't stand you. I swear I don't like you.
I don't know, man.
Oh, they say you can't feed your family. I say bullshit. Look at this motherfucker next to me.
That's funny. Yeah. I feel slighted and flattered at the same time. Not often do I feel contrary emotions at the same time. But you
right. Them Davis boys.
Oh man, we a different breed, ain't it? I work with two at my job.
That's funny.
But they're women though. But they're cool as fuck. I follow them.
Word. All right. I feel like you should go first because I had so much, like so much.
My week been cool. It's been just like regular. I started school, and I
have my soundboard.
Oh, you still ain't get that shit to work?
Cause I actually this week I haven't had. Well, you'll see, but this week I ain't no time to fuck with it.
It do be like that though. So before I started school, I was going through the whole process of getting my financial aid in order and all this shit. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to start on Monday because that Friday on my birthday, I had to call the fast food people so I could get what's that shit called? Some type of paper because my shit was in basically in the red. You know what I mean? So if my shit's in the red, then that's not the proper term. I'm just paraphrasing what they call it. Yeah. If it's in the red, you won't be able to be eligible for financial aid. So I had to get, it's a clearance paper. So I had to get the clearance thing. But I guess I got the free student loan, whatever. I think it's the Joe Biden shit. I think that shit kicked in for me.
Oh, word.
But I'm gonna check on that.
Thanks, Brandon.
Oh
guess.
God! Please don't do that.
No,
don't do
because
that. I know.
legitimately,
I know. I know. Yeah. I get it. Let's not tread those waters so early in the pod. But yeah. Got that handle.
Right.
Then they call me back and say, "Yeah, you start Monday, bruh." So that Sunday, I'm looking through the user interface for the student portal.
Mm-hmm.
Fam, that shit dragged me. You know how it is when you open like say when I open Adobe Premiere or fucking Studio One for the first time.
Yeah.
Nigga. I did not know how to guide myself through that shit. I'm clicking all the buttons because how I learn things is just by like doing.
Yeah.
Or I watch a video on it, but
right.
I was like, fuck that, let me just dive in. So I'm mad confused. I'm like, how the hell do I get to my modules? How do I like go through my modules? How do I check to see if a module was completed? All that shit. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. At least I know how to get into my student portal. So we'll handle all the other fuck shit Monday.
Right.
Monday comes. Our professor's like, oh, we have a lecture at 9 p.m.
Ooh.
And I'm like, wait. I live on the East Coast, though. So that 9 p.m. means 9 p.m. my time. That's kind of late, dog.
Right.
So fuck it. I'm like, all right, this is what I'll do. I'll try to get myself more acquainted with their system until my until the lecture. Yeah. So I got acquainted with the whole algebra shit, like what I would have to do as far as navigating through it, the modules, and also the how we learn and all that. It's called Alex. It's weird how they set it up and how you have to put the answers in, and I learned that shit better this week, but we had to go through like a little tutorial and all that shit. So I did that. Then went to the lecture. Bro, that shit didn't end until like 12.
Damn.
Yeah, because normally the lectures are only like hour and a half, 2 hours. But they wanted, since I have a large class, so they're dividing up the class with like 5 different professors. But I have like one professor, but they all like intermingled or whatever. Like we could reach out to either one of them, either 5 of them. So
damn.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. So we just got introduced to them, and then they were just getting us prepped for all the things that we got to do through the modules, which is really fucking cool because I get an IoT kit, and what we're supposed to be building an in-home alarm, a smart home alarm system.
Okay.
So it's supposed to detect when the door opens, when somebody comes in, and there's an intruder, and then we also have the option of and it's supposed to close your door for you, but I won't be able. No, not close your door, but tell you when your door is closed to, and then you have the option of adding a flood sensor and a temperature sensor too.
Okay.
But those are optional, but I'm gonna still try to do that. So in the midst of them telling us how to set all that shit up, so I have to set up this shit called, let me know if you heard of it. It's called Tinkercad.
Tinkercad.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It was so the thing is, like when I tried to get the,
like Bagheera?
No, CAD, CAD.
Oh, CAD. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna show you what it is. I'm gonna share my screen because now I'm not do that.
They use CAD files in architecture.
Word. Put on this one.
They use them for like blueprints and shit like that.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, though. Yeah. Damn, I'm doing it wrong. And sorry for the people who are listening that can't see. That's why you guys should, do the YouTubes. Watch the YouTube.
And the Spotify. The Spotify has a video now.
Yeah, that's facts. So let me see if I still got my login. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. I'll let you know when I'm ready, dog. Jesus Christ. I was slacking.
Yeah, boy. I'm about to say, hold up, this nigga is not
Good looks, my guy. Yeah, I'm ready now.
All right.
So this is what we're going to use during our modules before we get our IoT kits.
Okay.
And it's basically, you it's for you to build things.
Yeah.
So this would be what we will use like starting off. So they have like all these little pieces here and shit. I don't really know how to use it because I haven't really gotten into it yet.
Right.
That will be this week when we start getting into
Mm-hmm.
that. So what I want to do for the show, kind of show you guys what I'm doing and what I'm building. You know what I mean? And show like, cause I feel like the only way I'm gonna be able to learn and be good at this shit is by doing and showing what I've learned and giving examples and all that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Tinkercad, by the way. So let me just close this shit out. But yeah, they have like little like batteries, circuit boards, all that shit. It's really cool. It's really cool.
That's
So
cool.
and then they were saying that if we don't get our kits in time, we'll just have to use the Tinkercad in order to get the grade for our final grade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but I want the kit though.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll order my kit, but it's we have like over 200 people in our class this semester.
Mm.
So, and that's like
Fabo.
for what's up, Fab, and that's for DeVry in general.
Word.
So a bunch of people already got their kits, so the shit's back order. So I already ordered mine, so I'm gonna have to wait a little minute. Hopefully, I get mine next week.
Right.
Yeah, and then moving on, like just what is it called, like time management.
Mm-hmm.
As far as going to school and making sure I do like all my assignments and discussions. Like I showed y'all my discussions and shit, like what I'm doing, and it's fun because how they do it. You go through the modules, and it's basically just a video of the professor talking, and then like a PowerPoint presentation.
Word.
So what I'm doing with that, I'm since I have dual screens. When I'm taking like my little quizzes and shit, sometimes I refer to the slides or whatever to answer the questions. But most of the time, I just answer the question myself. But if I get something wrong, then I refer to the slide. I'd be like, all right, this is you were kind of there, but this is what you missed out. It would be like not a multiple choice question, but it would be like a question like, yeah, it's multiple choice, but like answer the question correct with everything that applies.
Right.
I'll probably get like one thing wrong or like missed one thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back to the resource and be like, oh, okay, yeah, they did say that. Well, now you know this now.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you do that, we have discussion posts. And the discussion posts are cool because you have to respond to these. This is how your attendance works out. Like, yeah, that's how they see if you're actually attending class, you're doing what you got to do. Because you can do the modules all you want. Because the modules are worth like 25 points each.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't do discussions, they'd be like, nah, that ain't enough. So for my algebra class, we have 12 questions. We have to at least answer 2 of those questions. Well, we have to answer 2 of the questions before the end of the week. We have to answer 1 by Wednesday. And then we also have to respond to somebody's post. And you can't just be like, oh, I liked what you said. Like, you have to, talk about what the person said and what you liked about it or add to it. So one person, they were talking about what's the bridge? Damn, I forgot. The bridge with the strings. It's not the strings, but
the strings.
With the strings on. I forgot the name of it. Hold on, let me see.
You talking about in San Francisco?
Yeah, something. Yeah, it's not a contract bridge. It's damn. Because there's a name for it. It has to do with algebra too. Fuck. See, this is what we call groundhog learning. Groundhog day learning. But I responded to their post like, oh, we have a bridge like that out here in Charleston. So boom, boom, boom. And then for my IT class, how theirs go with the discussion post is if you attend the lecture, you could use a screenshot from the lecture and add 3 takeaways. Or you can answer 3 posts and then you have to respond to somebody else's post.
Right.
No, so it's not a suspension bridge. It's something else. I could look it up. I ain't doing all that. I'm not going to this. I'm not dealing with the. Matter of fact, I'm actually in the portal right now. But yeah, and then in the Oh yeah, and along with the screenshot with the 3 takeaways, you can also then you only have to answer one more question, and then respond to somebody else's question.
Word.
Guess which one I did? You damn right. The screenshot. Yep.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't blame you. I don't
Like
blame
fuck
you.
it.
I
Because
don't blame
like
you.
I'm not answering. I mean, I can answer 3 questions, but I'm like, fam, if I
Sure.
don't got to, like, nah, like just attend the lecture, my nigga. Like, and the lecture is the real interesting too, though, because we have teachers that are from like other countries and all that shit. I think one of our professors, she's German. Another one's Indian. Um, Another one's Asian, which is funny because India's in Asia also, but
Right.
we don't
Yeah,
normally
I've had that
refer to
argument.
Indians as
Somebody.
Asian, but
Right.
but you're not
Yeah,
technically
yo,
wrong.
sis, that's so hilarious. I was thinking the same thing. Like, Eddie, you need some WD-40, my guy.
Oh, my chair, right? Nah, see the bottom of my chair, the screws aren't in the bottom, so like that's why my shit
So
goes too far back.
why don't you just tighten
Nigga,
the
I lost the
screws?
screws. Nigga, I don't know where the screws at.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. It ain't like I had the screws and I could tie them up. If I had the screws, I would have been did that shit like
Word.
3 months ago. Shit. My bad, bro. Like that's just gonna be a thing until I get a new chair or I find some damn screws. Like shit.
Maybe if you would take your monkey ass to Home Depot.
Nigga, I ain't got no time to go to no Home Depot. My life has hectic.
Facts.
But yeah, what else? That's pretty much it. Oh, work is work. I mean,
Work is work.
yeah, there ain't nothing really. Well, something did change a little bit. That dude Travis came back. I love that guy. That guy, he be helping me out.
It didn't work out at the other place?
Huh?
It didn't work out at the other place? Didn't he leave and got a
Oh
basically
yeah.
a promotion?
Well, he's still there, sort of. But since we're in between a general manager, he's helping facilitate. But he might come back to be on site though.
Okay.
Because that'd be better. And then he was even telling us we might go back to 410s, which nigga I want to do, but we have to get our numbers up. But the thing that fucked us up with our numbers, because we did a whole wall to wall. That's where we reorganized everything. Everything's supposed to be where it's at. Inventory's supposed to be straight. That shit's still fucked up. So now they're saying, "Oh, we did a wall to wall." I'm like, what makes y'all think that we did the wall to wall right though? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of like blaming it on, oh, we're still fucking up. Nah, maybe we did the wall to wall wrong. And you got to remember, a lot of us that was doing the wall to wall is our first time ever doing that shit.
Hey.
And you guys that ain't really specifying, like everybody has different answers of how to do one thing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's doing different shit. But whatever. So Travis saying if we get our numbers up or we keep our numbers up for like a month, we'll go back to the 410s. But I'm just like, I don't care no more at this point. No, I mean, of course, I would love to do the 410s.
I'm about to say, wouldn't that be beneficial to you?
Yeah, it would, no doubt. But it's like, I'm just not letting my hopes get up. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's it. It's just, it is what it is at this point. And then there's rumors that that we might lose our contract with Google and all this other shit. I'm like, well, then that kind of throws a wrench in my plans.
Thanks. Damn it.
Shit. But yeah, that's pretty much my week, dog. Everything is everything.
Word.
I'm just excited to continue this school.
Hell yeah.
Transition in my life. Really excited about that. And I'm passing all my classes so far. So shouts to me.
Thanks. It's a journey, my guy.
Word.
It's a journey. You gotta enjoy the journey.
Yeah,
as
man.
well as the destination.
Oh, and to end it, let me land. Now I understand how to get through the user interface of the student portal. So yeah.
Word. Yeah. Good shit. All right. Yeah, I got a whole bunch. Super busy week. Meetings at work for this new system that we're implementing. I'm so happy that this one this move forward in the way that we do something is 100% not dependent on me. I'm so happy that I don't got shit to do with this. I'm not in charge of nothing to do with it. None of the responsibility for it falls on me. I'm so happy about that. I had literally, what up, Giver the Beans?
What's up, Giver the Beans? I love his name.
I had literally nothing to do with it. The only reason I was in the meeting was because at my job being IT, is that literally we're supposed to know every aspect of everything that plugs into a wall. So in case they have issues, I can be there to remind them of how to use something. So that's the only reason I had to be in the goddamn meeting. Also happy because what up, Big Mike?
Mike, what's good, Mike?
Also happy because the managers have no more excuses for not doing what they're supposed to do when it comes to this thing. I don't have to
it's funny that you believe that. No, it's funny that you
play the. No, they don't have any more excuses. I don't care if they actually do it or not.
They'll find some.
It don't matter. Listen, it ain't. I don't got to play the bad guy now because it's made real. Like there was a sit down, and all of them got a chance to cry about all the shit that they wanted to cry about and all that other good shit. So, like I say, I don't have to play the bad guy. I really don't like doing the bad guy shit. Like, and I'm in a weird position. Like I said before, I have borrowed power. I am an avatar or a herald, if you will, out in these 95 streets of mine. I don't remember if I talked about it on here, but the whole thing where most of the managers, as far as this program is concerned, most of the managers either straight out lied to me or were being unintentionally deceiving about them following certain instructions that they were given about it. And I'm like, and the only reason they even tried it was because they didn't realize that I wasn't actually accusing them of something. I knew that they didn't do what I said they didn't do. It wasn't me guessing.
Right.
I wasn't. Somebody didn't mention to me that
you
maybe
you weren't assuming either. Yeah.
I knew for a fact because one of the instructions to the thing they were given generic passwords to log in for the first time, and the first thing they were supposed to do after logging in was change their passwords. The thing is, we use firewalls at the jobs, and we block websites unless we allow them specifically. And in order to change your password, it sends you to another website that that my people in my department didn't know, so they never enabled that website. So in order for any of the managers to have followed the damn directions that they were given, they would have ran into a roadblock, and that roadblock would have required them to call me.
Right.
And none of these motherfuckers called me.
Nice.
So I'm like, yo, why didn't you change your password yet? I did. No, you didn't. You didn't, though. Why you didn't change your password? Oh, I didn't know we were supposed to do that. It's in the directions. All right, why you ain't change your password? Oh, it's all the way at the bottom of the email. Number one.
That was their excuse for real.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is the shit I gotta deal with. These aren't managers. These aren't regular, these aren't the rental agents.
Hey,
yo, I want fucking managers.
I want to use that one day and see if I can get away with it. It was I didn't do it because it was at the bottom of the email. So you didn't read the whole email.
Wait.
No. You read the email, but you just ignored that part.
So I'm like, all right, you said it's already at the bottom of the email. All right, number one, no, it's not.
Oh, shit.
It's the second thing that you're supposed to do.
Oh,
it is not at the bottom of the email. But number two, in order for you to know it was at the bottom of the email, that means you read it and just chose not to do it. Yeah. Or, like you said, you didn't read the fucking email.
Yeah.
Either way, you're screwed. None of this looks good. And I'm like, some of them are going back and forth with me until I express to them, yo, I'm not guessing. I know for a fact that you did not change your password.
Right.
Because I've never enabled the site for you to be able to change your password. Oh. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
You
and I said, yo, y'all like getting fussed at. Because here's the thing. This isn't me fussing. I'm trying to give y'all the heads up so that somebody with actual power don't realize that y'all didn't fucking listen.
Right.
I'm trying to look out for y'all. But like I said, I'm not worried about that no more because they've all had to sit down with the head of our legal team and the people who designed this goddamn program, and all they had their chances to ask questions. This was 2 separate 1-hour meetings, so they had all the time in the world to ask their questions. So they don't got no more excuses. They can try to make them up if they want to. And again, it ain't mine no more to even like. It ain't my responsibility. So it's off of me. It's above me now. So
you're giving it to God. even that's phrasing, but whatever. Go ahead.
Hey, it is what it is. So then, I have absolutely been getting the most out of my laptop, and I've started.
Tell me more. What links have you been dabbling on?
Because like I said, I did not need this laptop. I should not have bought this laptop. There's no reason, not to say there's no reason at all, but I absolutely didn't need the laptop. The only reason I ended up buying it is because Marcus needed the laptop, and he was asking me to help him research and shit. Mm-hmm. And I told him originally, wait until November for Black Friday, but then Amazon had an early Prime Day. So I looked on there, let me see if there's any laptops on there. And in looking for him, I saw something like, oh,
I need that.
That's for me. Oh, mm-hmm. Okay, let me go ahead and add the cart. And like I said, the shit was like $250 off. And then on top of that, my Amazon card, I get 5% cash back, but this item was offering an additional 5% cash back. So effectively, Jesus. I got the laptop for like $350 off.
Damn.
So, yeah, my mind.
You had to do that.
See?
You had to do that.
Exactly. So, I've been. I started learning a new DAW. I started learning Ableton. I ain't gonna hold you. Ableton kicking my ass. It feels like I will never fully master Ableton for what I need it for, but the benefit I get from being able to work on music in the car or in my room is worth the hassle.
Is it music software?
Yeah, I'll likely eventually install FL on there, but I'm gonna stick with Ableton for a little while to see what I can get out of it. But like I said, the benefit of being able
Wait, did Ableton come with the computer, or did you have to buy it?
No. I just decided to try a new one. But the benefit of being able to work on music in my car, outside of just the convenience of if something pops in my head, I don't have to wait till I get home. Outside of just that, the fact that you know exactly what it's going to sound like on car speakers because you're listening to it on car speakers.
Right.
So
That's fire.
I had to deal with all the. It's a bit lazy.
But please tell me that you don't keep your laptop in your car, though. Okay, cool. Say less. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna stick with Ableton for a little while. And actually, another benefit that I just recently thought of this week of getting this laptop is I might reset this computer, just to get a little bit of cleanup, as you would say, because generally how I am whenever I get a new desktop, I be trying shit out because I know that 9 times out of 10 if I fuck something up, I can fix it because I do this. I work with computers all fucking day.
My guy said, "I do this, nigga. This is me."
I mean, it is what it is.
See, that's that's why I want to be able to say shit like that.
Facts.
I be fixing shit on my computer a lot, but sometimes I do be needing that assistance. And who do I go to for that?
I mean, it is what it is. It's what I'm here for. It's one of my many contributions. But yeah, like so I'm now that I have another computer that's up and running, I will probably sometime this coming week I'll probably do the whole clean up and restore shit for this PC. It's not that it's running badly or anything. I'm not having any issues with it. It's just there are things that I know now that I didn't know.
Yeah,
it's sometimes it's good.
Yeah, it's good to know what. It's nice to know, like, oh, you can start over and then like correct mistakes that you made,
absolutely,
or do things that you didn't know you were capable of doing before you.
100%.
I mean, like after you initially had got
it. Yeah. Also, I have 2 these fucking deeper dive videos that I've started working on. One of them is was brought up because of this whole the backlash with She-Hulk and this video that I had seen about Captain Marvel and blah 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 and representation and relating to things and all this other good stuff. The other one is about this motherfucker that I'm gonna reference later. I'm gonna reference that later. And then the third one is something that we talked about not last week, the week before last on the show. And that'll probably, I'm going to try to get that one up tomorrow because I don't got to do much for that one. So next, vacation planning. This is the first time ever that I have 4 vacations in some type of active planning at the same goddamn time.
Damn.
That has never happened.
Wait, are you the one? Are you the one planning it? Because I thought you opted out of doing that. Okay, cool.
No. What happened? What ended up happening was basically Marcus is my sidekick as far as planning now. So it's not all on me anymore.
Word.
So that's good enough. But even still, that's not even the case. So 4 vacations. So this December is Atlanta. March, because me, Marcus, and Fab sat down like 2 weeks ago, and this year I've been away way too much. What are you waving at?
I'm trying to get my focus straight.
This year I've never taken so much time off of work as I have this year, and never been away as many times in 1 year as I have this year, and we acknowledged that we were being a bit ridiculous with this. Like,
yeah, y'all niggas been kind of wilding.
We've been wild.
Y'all been kind of
out a little bit.
Hey, yo, my man Nell is like, he doing the same thing. Like, that nigga always on vacation.
Yeah.
And you know what he says he does? He like, oh, like, I work like for like 3 weeks straight, and then I just like do a 2-3 day vacation.
Word.
I take that Friday off, come back Sunday.
See, here's the thing.
But the thing is, he goes like PR,
right,
Vegas. The next week.
I'm never going to be that. I don't like super short vacations. Like going that Atlantic City trip, that was cool. Like I don't consider that really that bad because it's a 2-hour drive, like 2.5-hour drive. I'm cool with stuff like that, but anything I have to get on a plane for, I'm not doing a weekend vacation. Like
if I gotta get on the plane,
for the most part,
I'm doing a week. You know what I'm saying?
Something right? Like for the most part, if I gotta get on the plane, I'm not doing a weekend vacation.
That's what a turnaround trip is for just like for Friday to Sunday, then go to work Monday. Yeah,
right.
I'll take that Monday off.
And I don't like doing that. I do not like coming back and then go the next day having to go.
We go. Yeah, that's why when we went to Myrtle Beach, I made sure I took that Monday off.
Word. Good morning, B.
It's good.
So, man. December is Atlanta. Oh, I'm sorry. We sat down and we decided that next year,
we still gotta address that y'all been wilding though.
No, we've been wild. No, we have absolutely been wild. It's not. It was not. Fab been wild. Yo, this nigga Fab. I ain't gonna hold you. Fab been wilding. Like Fab may have been on like 8 vacations this year.
Jesus Christ! Hey, yo, the world opened up and niggas is outside.
Niggas was taking full advantage.
My ass been at work.
Let me see. I did one in March. No, April. Did one in April. Did one in May. Did one in July. Did one in August.
Nah, it'd just be too much.
No, not August. September.
It'd be too much for me because like you rarely post like that,
right?
And then the posts that are the most noticeable to me is when you see the whole fucking like grid, and then the pin, the pin. Oh, in Atlanta, in this place, in that, like, damn nigga, you was just here yesterday. I literally just did a pod with you, and then this nigga literally got the nerve to come on the pod on vacay.
Nigga, that's not. Oh, like, that's another benefit of the laptop, though. There's another benefit of the laptop. I can actually, without having to worry about that weird ass phone issue that I was having in Atlantic City. But we've been.
You was on the phone when you was in Atlanta City?
Yeah, that was my phone. You could tell by the camera quality.
I wasn't sure. No, I mean, yeah, but I thought it was probably like a laptop.
No, that was my phone. I didn't have a laptop at that point.
It's probably because you had it in portrait mode, so I wasn't really able to tell the difference.
Thanks. So we had sat down and Fab was like, "Yo, we do not have to go for my birthday every year." Because the reason that was even a thing was because niggas wasn't doing long-term planning. For real. I ain't gonna hold you. It's what it was. Niggas wasn't doing long-term planning. And Fab has to put his vacations in for the coming year in November.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So he always took the week of his birthday off. So I'm like, nigga, that's easy. We can just make sure that's a vacation week.
Yeah.
Because you're already gonna have that off. We don't gotta worry about you trying to figure out how to get off and all. No, you gotta worry about all that. So he was like, yeah, we don't always have to go for my birthday. So I'm like, all right, bet. So next year we're doing Marcus's birthday, one of my coworkers' birthday, and my birthday. So as of right now, the plans are for this December, Atlanta. March is to be determined. June is to be determined. And December is in the Caribbean. Actually, at least one of those to be determined is probably the Caribbean as well. Because it's several places to go in the Caribbean.
There's a lot of places to go. Yeah.
Bruh. Yeah. So
hey, if y'all make another trip to Myrtle Beach or even Charleston, let me know, dog. Shit.
Oh no, that's absolutely the whole group has mentioned wanting to go back to Myrtle Beach, particularly if we can get that same Airbnb that we had. That shit was nice.
Word. Let me know, and I'll plan it out because I'm getting PTO. My PTO like transfers over. The only PTO that don't transfer over is the what's that shit called? Like, say we work a holiday, they give us straight just 8 hours, even if we just stay for 3. You know what I'm saying? Oh, those don't go over to the next year. Right. But that makes sense. All the shit that I accumulated, just regular PTO, it gets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my mother got something like that. I don't know if hers rolls over, but she was talking about that at the view. Well, on the day of the viewing, she was like, because she does 12s, she does 4 12s. So what she usually does, like she can go in as early as 5 and as late as 7. So the viewing started at 5. So she went to the viewing and went to work from the viewing, but she was thinking about, they have the option to go in at 9 and that count as that PTO that you was talking about. For those hours that she missed. But I told her, no, don't do that, because number one, you would lose your overtime, and number 2, it's 2 hours. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
That's facts, because I try not to. do overtime when I put in PTO because it's not overtime. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You still get paid. And I didn't know that's how it worked until somebody told me that. And I was like, well, let me make sure when I use my PTO, I don't work any extra hours. I mean, yeah, I'll still get overtime pay, but I won't get time and a half. You know what I'm saying? I want that time and a half, B.
Facts. That's the only purpose of me
of overtime. Literally.
So yeah, Thursday. So I step out of my apartment.
Oh wow.
My stepdad is outside. Now that sounds weird, but my stepfather is like the head of the landscaping crew for our company.
Oh shit.
So he's bound to be outside of my apartment.
Isn't that some like what's it called? Conflict of interest?
I mean, nigga, I worked for the company too. So
double whammy.
So I come outside to go to work and he's outside. So I went over to chop it up with him, and he was asking how I was holding up and if I was ready for all the shit, and I was like, nigga, no. but it is what it is.
But you know that's just what people say because
you have to
the right thing to say. You know what I mean? Right. That's why like it'd be hard for me to even like console people I care about, even with you. Like I'm just like, all right.
I'm gonna get to that.
Oh damn!
Matter of fact, actually, this is the time. I skipped that. This is the time that I should actually say that. So,
I'm gonna just ask you, don't flame me.
No, you about to get all this work, my guy.
Oh Jesus!
So y'all motherfuckers, my circles. I have no idea what I would do without my circles. All of y'all from Eddie to Marissa to Fab to Marcus to everybody. Everybody did for me what I needed them to do for me. And that's simply listening to me. Everybody was like, basically, what can I do? Is there anything I can do? And for the most part, like, yo, just treat me normal. Do not treat me any different. Don't treat me like some sad puppy or no shit like that. Like, just treat me normal. And all of y'all did that. I so appreciate that. I love my circles. All of my circles did that. Again, still ain't heard from the homegirl from last week that I was talking
about.
But
that was expected though.
Yeah, she's still yet to say anything to me about this whole situation.
But she knows though, right?
Here's the thing. I can't say that she knows, right?
Okay.
But what I do know is that we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, right? You've spoken about
That's one. Number two, again, when we weren't talking, she was able to see all my posts. Then on top of that, if your friend on Facebook likes something from another one of your friends on Facebook, you see those things.
Yeah, because Facebook nosy.
Exactly, Facebook nosy.
Messy.
Fab has been liking these things. Her homegirl that she introduced to the group has been liking these things. She's friends on Facebook with my mother. My mother's been posting about these things.
Matter of fact, not only can you see it, you literally get a notification. Yeah,
exactly. Like I said, she's friends with my mother on Facebook. My mother's been posting about this a lot. I haven't made a bunch of. I only made the 2 posts, but my mother's been posting about this a lot. So, can I say with 100% certainty that she knows? No. Do I find it hard to believe? Hell yeah. I find it hard to believe she doesn't know. Mm-hmm. Still hasn't said anything to me. But outside of her, everybody else has been amazing. So like I said, he asked me if I was ready. Of course not. And then he's like, yeah, your mom having trouble with the slideshow. And I'm like, when is the slideshow supposed to be done? He was like, it's for the viewing and for the wake. I'm like, why didn't she say anything to me?
Yeah.
Number one, I'm IT.
Yeah.
And she knows that because she's the reason I'm even into computers. Like,
And she's your
literally,
mother.
she's the
And
person
you
that
talk
put
to your
me in
mother.
front of computers. Right. She's the person that put me in front of computers growing up. Like,
Yeah.
she's aware. Number two, I only edit video professionally. I
mean, you dabble.
I dabble. Yeah, I dabble a little bit. So I hit her up. I text her, like, hey, what's up? Um, she goes straight to fussing about the slideshow. I'm like, all right, so why are you just telling me about this? Oh, there's been so much going on and blah blah blah. Okay, cool. I'll give you that. I'll grant you that. So we're still texting at this point. I'm like, all right, you want me to do it? But I sent another message with that. So she only saw the other message. And then she like, let me call you. So we got on the phone, we talking for like 5 minutes. And then I'm like, you never answer my question. She's like, what question? I said, do you want me to do the slideshow? You ain't asked me that. Nah. Look at the text messages.
This man kept the files. Hey, yo, how you put the sheets on your old girl?
No, bro, I'm saying. I'm like, Ma, look at the text messages. She's like, oh, I didn't even see that. I said, yeah, so I could do it. All right, cool. Like, what exactly were you looking? Like, what exactly were you looking to do? She told me. I was like, all right, why are you doing it that way? What about this way? She's like, that's perfect. You know what you're doing. Go ahead. So luckily, I happened to have my laptop.
Everything comes full circle,
Everything,
guys.
Yeah, it all works together. Luckily, I happened to have my laptop, as in not only had just bought a new laptop, but literally happened to bring it out of the house with me that day. Wow. So I'm like, yeah, just send me all the pictures and the video and the music that you had for it. I'll go ahead and take care of it. For this entire time, since he passed, I was holding up well. Like I said, again, shout out to the circles and all that shit. They were there for me in the ways that I needed them to be. So I was good until I had to put together that slideshow.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, I did not realize how many photos we were in together. But again, pretty much that entire generation of my family is my babies. I helped raise these motherfuckers. Like, literally, all of them, maybe save for like one or two, had a period of time, some long period of time, where either they were literally my shadow or they were literally on my hip. Like, I was literally carrying the motherfuckers around. So there's that. I got the slideshow done in time. I did make one mistake, but given the time crunch and everything that was going on, I feel like I did a pretty good job. Everybody,
the Dick Flute solo is in full effect.
Yo, listen. If the mistake, I made two mistakes. One of them was just the oversight. The other one was an actual technical mistake. One of them was the pictures that she gave me. She gave me a bunch of pictures. And there were pictures in there, in that group of pictures, that he wasn't in. So I tried to get rid of all of them, but I left one in by mistake. That was an oversight on my part. The other mistake that I made was during one of the transitions from a video, because the way I did it was I started with, as far as the photos, I started with pictures. I took all the pictures of him as a baby. I split them. Put half at the beginning, half at the end. I took all the pictures with him as a adolescent to a teen. Split them. Put those next to the baby ones. And then all of the ones of him as an older teen to an adult, I put in the middle. So with that, I had six videos. I spliced the videos up in there in the mix of all that. So one of the transitions from video back to picture, there was a gap. There was like a 3 or 4 second gap where there was not a picture or a video. on the screen. But it was cool. Like that wasn't a big.
My thing is, listen, nigga, you think anybody but you noticed that shit?
That's the thing.
Like
as creatives, that's the thing.
Yeah, I get that. But let's be real.
You're absolutely right. Nobody probably even realized.
I'll hold you
they
for
probably
the other.
Thought it was on purpose.
Yeah. So, see, I'll hold you for the other thing. That was just oversight.
Right.
This is oversight too, but still, like nobody else probably but
noticed.
you or other people that are content creators, and I'm pretty sure it's not many of them that were there.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Notice that. Mm-hmm. So
that's facts. Yeah, most people probably didn't even realize it was on. They probably thought it was on purpose.
Yeah. They probably was like creative. What is it called?
Yeah. Given the way that it was set up, they probably thought it was on purpose. Yeah. So got that done. And
hey, hold up! Imagine that shit was like in a movie festival. They're like, "Oh my god, I love that 3-second transition." I understand. Facts. I understood what he did there.
Facts. Oh my god, facts. All facts. So, the viewing was cool for the most part. Seeing people in person that I haven't seen for years is always interesting.
Yeah.
There was a bit of drama that could have potentially got the place shut down and everybody put out.
Is this the Davis side of the family?
No. Here's the funny thing about this. Both of their names are Davis.
Oh shit.
So
damn. So you connected two ways.
Here's the thing. So the father's my cousin. His last name is Davis. The mother, her last name was already Davis.
Jesus.
So yeah.
Them Davises.
But here's the thing. I'm not too familiar with the rest of her family because all the rest of her family that I know, none of their last name is Davis. So I'm not sure, what all that is. But no, it was with the mother's side.
Gotcha.
I can't go into all of it on here, but there were some discrepancies they felt that factually they didn't have any evidence to back up. But emotions matter, especially in a time like this. Mm-hmm. So they had an issue with something that I ain't even gonna say their side, because there's only really one person that acted out. And the crazy thing about it was, timing is so fucking crazy. So me and my mother were outside. So, because when we were on the phone earlier that day, she had started to tell me some of the issues that had happened. And then when we were outside at the viewing, and she was like, this person is in there, this person is in there, and everything's good. Everybody's behaving. There's no problems. The mother had walked up to us, and my mom was like, the mother had walked up, and she was so apologetic. I'm sorry that this happened and blah, blah, this, and I'm so happy that you were there to talk to me and help me through this and blah, blah, blah. And they talking about that, and she walks away. My mother walks away. 15 seconds later, this person is being dragged out of the funeral home.
Jesus Christ.
Yelling and screaming. And my mother walks out like 5 seconds later like, I spoke too soon. I said, yeah. Yes, you did, brother.
Sorry, old girl.
You spoke a little too soon. My cousin, oh my God, my one cousin, she is a ticking time bomb, and that set her the fuck off. So she had to leave.
So it was a domino effect.
Well, her leaving was precautionary.
Okay, gotcha.
Because if the foolishness had continued, she was about to wild out.
Shit was gonna get shit down.
Yeah, it was no reason. I told her, you go home. All y'all, get your shit together.
Yeah, they gonna be involved in it too, ain't it?
I mean, maybe I wouldn't.
No, don't say that. You ain't gotta say, bro.
No, it's not that. No, it's not that.
Okay.
I don't believe All right. So the reason I started off saying her side, the mother's side, to one person is because the issue was mainly with um, the mother's children. That was really what the issue. It was with them. They had an issue with something. The mother
and they're old. They're older though, right? They're like
they're all around my age. Like
okay,
one of them is a year younger than me. One of them is a year younger than me, and then the other one is like 4 years younger than me or something like that. So the four of them, the three children and the mother, had an issue with something that the mother had clearly come to terms with by the time that the viewing started. I wasn't sure how the rest of them felt. I wasn't sure how the children felt. Come to find out, the older two had come to terms with it. Because when the youngest started acting out, the first person to her was her big brother.
Right.
And he yanked her up like, nah, we're not. This ain't the time. Yeah, this ain't the time or the place for that type of shit. Like, he immediately. So, the reason I was hemming and hawing is I don't think anything would have really ever gotten that far. It was enough of us there that we likely would have been able to keep everything separated.
Yeah.
So like I don't think it would have ever had to go that far.
I just hate when things like that happen in situations.
Yo, it's the fucking worst.
Which is why when my mom passed, like, I was happy that it wasn't like if there was any fuck shit, it didn't happen there. It happened like at my mother's crib. Which is better than it happened.
Bad, but
it's bad, but it's better. You know what I'm saying? Because at least everybody ain't seeing it.
There's no reason to do this shit in public. Like, have your feelings. Have your feelings.
Yeah, the only people that'll be able to talk about it is the people that were there at the crib. Even if it was like extended family members, but at least it wasn't like people who were there for that specific reason for that person. They'd be like, damn, the shit went haywire there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my thing. Have your feelings, right? Yeah. But in a situation where someone passed, you don't know what somebody's relationship was like with someone else. No matter what your relationship with them.
Yeah.
Because you aren't privy to all those conversations. You aren't around when they're together. Like, you don't know. You simply don't know. It's just that simple. Like, you can claim we're best friends or that's my brother.
Nah,
it don't matter.
Hey,
you don't know.
Hey, hear me out, right? So I had a situation with my cousin. Remember, I'm not sure if I told y'all, but my aunt died from COVID. What was it, last year? And that's my cousin's mom.
Right.
And his daughter died like 2 months before that. Right. So while my aunt was still in the hospital going through COVID, well, passing from COVID, they was talking about should they pull the plug or not.
Right.
And my cousin, which is the oldest of all the siblings in his family, was like, yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Mind you, he just lost his daughter a month or two before. So my other cousin gets upset. Oh, why would you do this? And I'm gonna fight this nigga. I'm like, I'm letting him rock. I'm letting him G off and all this shit. And then he said one thing. He was like, yeah, but I don't know what he's going through. I'm like, damn, nigga, finally, dog.
That part, nigga. That
he was
part
like,
right there.
I'm like, I'm gonna let you get all this shit off because you feel how you feel about this person. You can't see yourself doing that in that situation. But the main point is you ain't in that situation.
Right.
So ain't no telling what you would do if you was in it. I mean, you might think you will, but you don't know.
You don't know.
But don't get mad at this man for wanting to do it differently than you because he's in it. Because he was saying that my other cousin, the one's going through, was like, oh, I just want to get past it. Like, I just want to deal with what I got to deal with. And because I just lost my daughter. And I'm looking at it like, yeah, like, I feel like his feelings are more valid than mine and my other cousins. Yeah. Whatever we feel, because, I mean, personally, I don't think I would want to pull the plug.
Sure.
But that's for him to decide if that's what he wants to do. And I ain't trying to sound harsh. If he feels like he's willing to live with that, I'm okay with it. Because I don't want to see him suffer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
at the end of the day, he has to deal with that.
You know? And I was just like, it's very... I guess, for me, it's strange that my other cousin would feel so strongly about it, where it was like, oh, I'm gonna have to fight him and all this other shit. Like, no, you don't. Like, you don't know what this man's going through, and that's why I let you G off until you came to a sensible conclusion. Like,
right.
Oh, but I don't know that side. And I'm like, yeah, nigga.
That's
he was
the
like,
point.
He was like, oh, so that's why you let me do. I'm like, yeah, yes. Finally, you're here. You're here, nigga. That's why I just let you. Because sometimes, like real talk, like what you were saying, you appreciate us for like just letting you, just listening to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just being there. That's what I was kind of doing for my other cousin. I was tripping. Like, yeah, I have those emotions too. I wouldn't want him to do that, but I could understand why he would. And plus, I don't live his life. Like, fam.
Facts.
But yeah, my bad. I ain't trying to,
that's exactly what it was. That's the same situation. Well, of course,
similar.
not the exact same. Yeah,
but it's
similar
situation.
Yeah, like you don't know somebody else's relationship with that person because it's not your relationship. It don't matter what your relationship matters to you. And my uncle said something. He was like,
but you know what though? But that's what you're talking about. I would think that my cousin would have had enough cool to realize that's his mother.
Yeah, that's a very
he has a mother too. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not to belittle it, but you're just the nephew.
Right.
That is his mother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My uncle was like, and it was some shit I was thinking about, but I didn't say it the way that he said it. In my mind, I didn't put it the way that he put it. He was like, the biggest thing that you have to deal with when somebody dies is how long does it take you to get rid of the selfishness?
Oof.
Because the first thing that we instinctively go through is the shock of the loss, sure. But then we start dealing with grief, often regrets.
Yeah.
Often, I didn't spend enough time with this person.
Mm-hmm.
If only I had another day. This type shit. And it was like, the real thing is, how fast do you get past the selfish part?
Because we like...
It's fine to have the selfish part. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Because we're like those fucking seagulls on Finding Nemo. Mine. Like, yeah, you do have to get over that part because moving forward,
right,
you still have life to live with, and then the person that passed, like me and my sister, like we still have to navigate through how do we deal with losing our mother and all the other shit that comes with it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And how we treat each other. And unfortunately, I'll even put myself in it too. I didn't have any foresight with that. You know what I mean? For the most part. You know what I mean? Like, I was selfish also. I was in my feelings. But I did try my best to like, all right, well, this is still fam at the end of the day.
Right.
But letting that shit go is very hard to do.
It's difficult.
And and you don't know when you're going to let it go. It might be too late. But luckily, me and my sister were in better standing than we were initially. Right. And not to say on some fuck shit, but it's because my mom passed. You know what I'm saying? Because we both feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
I go. It's fucked up though. I ain't gonna lie, it's fucked up.
Bruh.
I wish like dealing with deaths were way easier than what it is, but it's not.
It's not. It's not.
It's just not.
And that's what I was thinking about. Because like a lot of certain ways that I feel I know are unorthodox, and most of those I don't try to push on anybody else. So like when I was talking to my mother, and she's like, "Did you talk to your cousin?" I'm like, "No, not at all." She's like, "Why?" I said, "Because from what I know of him, he doesn't want a pity party."
Right.
And I know that there are so many people giving him just that right now. I'm not going to contribute to that.
See, that's
I'm gonna let him rock.
That's respect. Like, you know who that person is,
bruh. Because I feel like, because I know how I feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, I'm feeling like, all right, we just lost. Like, that's one of my babies. Oh shit! But that's his actual son.
Right.
That's his junior.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Nigga. So like, I'm
But that's what I was saying about the whole thing with my cousin and my cousin. Like, yo, that's his mother. Like,
Yeah, it's different.
it's different. Like,
It's
I
different.
understand. Like, the feelings are similar, but shit, nigga, nah, not.
It's
But
a
but
different
they're,
relationship.
they're different by a lot of things,
A
though. You know
lot,
what I'm
yes,
saying? And
yes.
whether it's noticeable to you or not, just at the end of the day, if your family member passed, just know like what your position is
Yeah.
as far as that. You know what I mean?
Try your best to play your position.
Yeah,
Um,
facts though.
I had to tell my cousin just Chris. He was like, "Yo, I feel so bad because the last time I was down here, he had called me and he wanted to go hoop, but he was all the way on the other side of town, and I ain't have time to really go get him and blah blah." I said, "Yo, you can't be worried about that.
Yeah,
Like
because it,
you can't let that stress
yeah.
because
It
it's
wouldn't
not.
like to be real, not to sound green, but it wouldn't have made a difference. You
It
know what I'm
wouldn't have
saying?
changed
Like
anything.
it wouldn't have
It
changed
wouldn't have
shit.
changed anything.
There's
You
other
would have found something
underlying,
else to
yeah,
regret.
yeah.
And that's how grieving works.
It
You
would
would
have
have
been
found
like, yeah,
something else to regret.
Yeah,
And I told him like, yo, you can't do that. I said you got like life happened to us. Like
facts.
we were always around each other all the time and all this other shit. We grown.
Yeah,
We grown.
it,
We got
it be
different
the
things
same
in
way
our
with
lives that
friendships.
happen. It's how it goes.
That's how it is.
Like, um, it really like things change. People grow. You can't like don't forgive. Don't apologize for growing.
Yeah,
Like you can't do that. Like I get the point that you're trying to make. You're grieving right now, so it feels that way. But what you're saying isn't realistic. Like it's 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 a factor of having your own life. It's just what it is. Like,
yeah,
take consolation in the fact that we all good.
yeah,
Like even though we aren't around each other as much as we used to be when we were kids, ain't nobody beefing.
mm-hmm.
We don't got no huge issues like that. Like none of us. We are all good. Everything that was is still the same as it
Yes,
was.
because like if it ended, at least it like for instance, the passing of your cousin, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least from what you're telling me, it sounds like y'all all ended on good standing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because even with me and my mother, I was like, damn, I wish me and my sister both regret not being able to see her before she passed, saying
Right.
goodbye and shit.
Right.
But then it's like, yo, but we were good though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't like I have much more to say to my mom other than like advice for life shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I had
yeah.
to apologize. So like I already did all that way before she passed. Like we were
Right.
in good standing. So even like this is just me, like not foresight, but retrospect, right?
Yeah.
Just saying like
That's the name. That's actually the name of the.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. What I could have done was just looked up at the tab, but I was trying to remember in my head. But yeah, like the retrospect is like, nah, but at least I didn't lose my mom. Like, damn, we were beefing.
Right.
We had some type of quarrel. Like, nah, like we was good before she passed because I even talked to her the night before.
Yeah.
You know, and we was good even before then.
Right.
So that I that's just to speak on what you was talking about. Like, I think that's the way because you say it's unorthodox, but that's some real shit though.
It is, I mean, but you know, I know some people wouldn't be ready to hear it, right? Like
Yeah.
I like just Chris. We were raised as brothers. Like he's my little brother.
Right.
So I can say that to him. Aaron, I raised Aaron. I can say that to him. Certain people, I'm not even going. I'm not even going to try. Like I'm just going. You silently console those people.
Yeah. Like I feel you from a distance, my guy.
Right.
If you need me, I'm here though. But I'm
here.
not going.
Yeah, facts. So like in our generation, as far as I know, there was only like one beef, and that was two sisters, and they've gotten over it. So I'm like, yo, nobody's beef. Like none of us are beefing.
Right.
And the generation below us, none of them are beefing. We good. Like look at it like that. Look at it as we're all in a good place with each
That's
other.
a fact.
Even if we don't spend all the time that we used to spend with each other, of course. But You just have to take advantage of the times that you do have.
Yeah, because
with each other.
having that regret of, oh damn, I should have said this, I should have said that. Yeah, you could have, but if y'all was straight, y'all were good. Like, damn, they didn't die with no mat. Well, I would think that they didn't die with no malice on their heart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Facts. All right, so that was Thursday. So Friday. So back to work. There's this person at my job who is a cancer in the office. Now, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I use that word for a specific reason. I saw somebody sometime last week complain about somebody using that term to describe somebody.
Dog, I think I saw that post, dog.
So here's the definition of the word cancer for those who.
Or I saw something similar to that because
I feel like people.
It turned into some shit like, oh, if you don't use cancer like that, why didn't you use any other type of disease?
Right.
Or do you not care about both of them?
Yes. That type of thing. I'm like, you're doing too much. Here's one of the definitions of the word cancer from Merriam-Webster. Something evil or malignant that spreads destructively.
Yeah.
That fits what we're
the description. About. Yeah. Like, most definitely.
What do you like? Shut up. Like I understand. Cancer is a terrible thing. Yes, but that's kind of the point that we're making.
Yeah, that's kind of like that's what metaphors are for.
Yeah, we're not diminishing what the disease is.
Yeah,
we're relating this person to the disease. Like it's.
I think now I think I'm on the side of people are a bit too sensitive about shit. Like
certain things,
you can't say anything no more. But I don't fully agree with that. But I feel like some people that are like that, they take.
No, here's my thing. I hate when people make me defend talking points that people that I don't like use.
Yeah, fam. Yeah,
that's what that is for me.
Yeah.
Like. When you go so far as to throw a fit for somebody using a word in its proper fucking context, then when I say you're being too sensitive, I feel like a fucking asshole because now I sound like these dumbasses.
Other asses, that do that same shit.
Right.
But everything's in context. Like, let me give you an example.
Context is important.
We were hip hop heads.
Thanks.
You're an MC. I've dabbled. Okay.
Shut up.
No, because I know you would check. Whatever. So use my words wisely with your ass. Back in the day, we used to. I'm not saying you did it, but back in the day, we used to say, "Oh, we're gonna go rape the beat."
Right.
And we're using it in the proper context because we're saying, "Oh, we're going to take advantage of it. We're gonna like do our thing with it." And a lot of times when we would say that shit, people like, "Oh, are you saying rape is a joke?" I'm like, "Nah, like
that's not the point.
That's not what we're doing." Like, stop. Right. Why are we having this conversation? Like, I'm sensitive to people who have been through that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but everything isn't. It's a different context. Like context matters, and everybody doesn't care about context. I get it. But
there's only one thing I don't care about context with. When white people say the N-word. That's it.
Well,
but other than that, yeah.
Word. So anyway, within the last 2 weeks, pretty much every person in this person's work area has come to me and complained about this person. Mind you, I'm not in charge, but what I think it is I think they think that I can influence the person who is in charge. And it's crazy because I literally see the complaints that they are making about her. I see these things happen in real time. Like, they aren't making shit up. It's real. This person is obnoxious.
Oh, wow.
Like, for instance, let's say we work in the same physical location, you and I, and let's say you happen to know my mother. Mm-hmm. If you feel like we're drifting apart or whatever the case may be, You want to call my mother, or you want to talk to me to the side? Like,
nigga, I'm pulling you dead to the side, nigga. Like,
right?
what's up? I'm never calling your mother.
No, she like called the girl's mother.
Nah, that's out.
Like, what are you? Why do you feel like
my whole thing is this,
right?
My whole thing is this: if you and I are ever going through anything, and you tell your mother about it, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
That's different, right?
But I'm not going to go to your mother and tell her what we're going through, because I feel like if your mother was, and I feel like your mother's a real one. I don't know her, but I just feel like she'll be like, "Why are you telling me this?" She might try to console me and whatever.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Why are you telling me? Talk to this nigga.
Thanks. Because why would that even be a thought?
Yeah.
Like the level of.
But not only that, it kind of shows like. Now you know you kind of in the wrong for whatever the attention is, because instead of addressing the person, you're addressing somebody else that got nothing to do with it, as if you need some points to be like, okay, yeah, I know I'm doing something right. No, fuck that.
Right. And what you going to do? Come back and say, well, your mother told me.
Yeah, shit like that. Shit
what the fuck is that? Yo, when I heard
I've had that happen to me once, but I understood why the person did it. You know what I'm saying? And it needed to be done. But in most situations, don't go to the person's mother if y'all have a situation going on.
I don't think it could have ever been anything that bad. They work in a fucking office together. Like, it couldn't have been something that major. So,
unless
the
it was.
nerve, the audacity, the fucking cheek,
the unmitigated gall
to go to someone's mother and be like, well, is everything okay with such and such? Because something. What?
Yeah,
you work 5 feet from this person.
I want to know what was the length of time before this person talked to the mother, because that would be interesting to know, especially if you saw the person in passing for like 5 days and then talked to the mom.
Like I said,
versus one day
they work 5 feet apart.
Yeah, so you saw them a lot.
They don't be calling out. They be at work just about every day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think
you've clearly seen this person. You've had opportunity.
Choose the path of least resistance.
I would figure that would be my coworker.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's funny, Mike.
Unless someone's pregnant, you don't need to go to someone's mom. Jesus.
So, all right. So the funeral. It was nice. The only reason I brought up the drama at the viewing is because no drama at the funeral.
Nice.
Everybody was fine. I mean, not fine, but like,
but relatively.
There was no drama at all.
Yeah,
none. The funeral home didn't really seem to be up to the standard of like order that I'm used to.
You one of them. You one of them fancy niggas, huh?
No, it's not even like it's certain things that make sense. Like in some, like, all right, so it's only one nitpick. The one nitpick.
Just know I'm just clowning right now, right?
No, listen. The one nitpick that I had was small, but presentation matters, especially something as delicate as a funeral. So they're playing the slideshow at the wake, and it's not full screen.
Yeah.
Why am I seeing your Windows 7 taskbar?
Yo, the notifications popping up on the side,
right,
on the bottom corner.
What is going on? Like, what? You don't have enough common sense to make it full screen. And the crazy thing is,
you cashed that such and such,
bruh. The funny thing about it is, the day before at the viewing, it was full screen. So clearly, it's not the same person operating it.
Yeah, facts.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
And not to mention the 3 second blips, but
I mean, listen, it is what it is. And then I don't know if they had it on auto repeat or if somebody was physically pressing start on it again.
Because you can tell the difference.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It kind of feels like somebody was physically pressing start again, because there was like a wild delay. Like, it wasn't minutes, but it was like a good 7 seconds. I'm like,
let me ask you a question. When they did that, could you see the scroll bar moving from right to left?
No, but they could have just hit the space bar.
Yeah, that's true. Or they could have just had it on repeat. But.
No, they didn't. They clearly didn't have it on repeat.
No, I'm just saying they could have.
If it was on repeat,
what do I know?
They should have
Yeah.
had it on repeat. If it was on repeat, it would have been maybe a 2 to 3 second delay.
Yeah.
But it was like a 7-second delay. And again, this
you know what would have been worse? If there was music applied to it, then like to the actual slideshow.
Yeah.
That would have been way obvious to tell.
Oh no, yeah, there's music.
Oh, that's why you was able to tell. That's why you was able to tell.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. Yeah, without question. It starts off, the slideshow, so there's music. The slideshow starts off. I don't have it on this computer. Dang, I was going to say.
You know what I think hinders us sometimes? We use our hip hop and our creative brains
to
things that don't apply. Like
that's a fact.
That shouldn't apply too much, and that's why we be nitpicky.
That's absolutely a fact. But on top of the fact that I'm the one that made the fucking slideshow.
Yeah, so you paying mad attention to that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So but the video starts off with the slideshow starts off with a video of him when he was younger, and his father and his little brother and little sister. They were at like this water park or some, not water park. They was at this some type of park, and there was like this big ass bridge or something that they jumping off with the rope and all that. And his father was like, "Yo, go ahead. Like, what you scared? Is that fit? Is that fair?" And his little sister was like, "Is that fair you got?"
Damn, that's motivation. Like, hey, yo,
bro,
and the proper way, they're like, "Oh, you bitch," like, "Oh, you being pussy," like,
facts,
like,
facts.
Yeah, like, get over that. Like,
yo, matter of fact, hold on, I'm about to play. Actually, I have it on my drive.
Do.
I have it on my drive.
See, that's the non-toxic masculinity thing. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Shared with me. Yeah, because shout out to mommy. She sent me everything through Drive, and I kept the files.
He kept the files.
All right.
Yo, but I'm happy that you're doing relatively well, bro. Like, you're not.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
I know you're going through the motions and shit, but I'm happy that it's not stopping you from being who you are and doing what you got to do. You know?
Yeah, there was a part. I'm gonna warn you. There was a part in this video that I took out of the goddamn slideshow. I'll just play it. You'll see why. I'll stop and explain it, but most of you will understand immediately why I took this out of the goddamn video. Share screen, audio. This is the video that started the slideshow.
The top. We'll see how this works out.
You can do it!
Uh-huh.
Got the cheering squad over here.
We waiting to go up there. We ain't scared. Well, he's scared. Go, little Damon. I hope you can do it. Don't die.
All right, so this is about to be the part that I cut out for a very specific reason.
I hope you don't die that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's literally the viewing in the wake.
Yeah.
Not leaving in
that part. Yeah. Gotcha.
Don't die. Yeah, don't die. He can do it, Daddy.
Is that fair?
Is that fair you got? I hope you can do it. You scared?
Let's go. I thought you said you weren't going to use the cord.
He was scared. You should have saw his face.
So
that was fucking cute.
Wholesome content.
Hell content. Yeah.
So after that,
even the part that you took out, like that was
it was absolutely cute.
Yeah,
it just doesn't fit the vibe of what was. Yeah. But and that, like right after that, I started fading the music in and blah. It was the whole thing.
That was fun.
That, like I said, the funeral was cool. Except for other thing. So the part of the funeral where everybody gets to come up and speak, and it's supposed to be 2 minutes or less. Apparently, some nigga, I don't know him. He got up there. Apparently, he talked for like 15 minutes, then sung a song.
Oh Jesus.
Then talks for like 10 more minutes.
I hate them type of niggas. My
Bruh.
bad. I understand everybody grieving and all that. But
Yeah,
fam, like,
but no.
the only people that's allowed to get away with that is like immediate family and grandmothers.
Bruh.
Dead ass.
Bruh. So, like,
because I ain't gonna lie to you, and I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I G'd off on my mom's shit. Like,
hey,
it was supposed to be the whole 2-minute thing, and
right.
Jamae wasn't really ready to talk, so
Mm-hmm.
I went up there with her, and then I talked, but I went off like the same shit that I showed y'all with the shit that I wrote for to get into school. That was the same story that I told. You know what I'm saying? And I went in, and everybody was like, "Wow," you know what I mean? Like, it was good, but I ain't like your explanation of what Buddy did, and then with a song.
Yeah, it was wild.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Like I said, 15 minutes, then a song, then more, like 10 more minutes.
Nah, that's
and that almost. From what I hear, that almost turned into because when my cousin went up to speak, they tried to cut her off.
Oh shit! He tried to cut her off.
Not him.
Oh,
but the people at the funeral home.
Oh no, that's out. That's out.
Yeah, like you. Nah, nigga, you let the nigga.
Hold on, was this nigga related to your cousin or?
I don't know. I don't know if he was part of his mother's side or not. I don't recall ever seeing him before.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all should have been at the Apollo. We should have got Sandman.
No, you stupid. So that was that. And then the last thing in the actual funeral that I feel like the funeral home handled wrong was the part at the end where you can come up and view the body before they close the casket. What you're supposed to do is have the friends come up and do that for a little bit of time, 2-5 minutes, whatever the case may be, and then have them move so the family can do it.
Right.
No, they're like, all right, everybody come.
Oh, so
they didn't say it like this.
But no, it was no organization with it.
No, they didn't say it like this. But it was like, all right, everybody come look at the body before we close the casket.
Jesus. They might as well have said it like that.
Man, right. And like, effectively, my mother was like, yo, the same people are going to stand there until it's time to close the casket. Because there's no order here.
Right.
So those people in the front, they're going to be there until the people will be like, all right, it's time to close the casket. Yeah. Right. It's like, yeah, y'all didn't. It was a couple things. They just didn't handle well. So
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. So
because if anybody is going to set up there for a long time, it should have been y'all.
The family, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. So the what's the name? The procession to the cemetery. I didn't go. My mother didn't go. That's why I didn't go, because my mother didn't go. A couple of us didn't go. We went straight to the repast to start setting up.
For the food and all that?
Yeah. So, this place was tiny. I don't know if they didn't get a chance to look at it. I don't know what happened. This place was tiny.
I ain't gonna lie, my mother's repast was tiny too, because like people came for our mother's funeral, like people from her like elementary school days and all that shit. Then we went to the repast, it was mostly family, but it was a lot of us. And then people for the funeral came to the repast too. Because you know, like if you're at a funeral for like 2.5 hours, niggas want to eat.
Sure.
So they go over the food at. You feel me?
And my cousin put the shit on Facebook. Like,
hey, all right, well,
the repast is at this address.
There was a lot of us there. There was a lot of us there. And like it was like this little corridor leading into like where all the food was at and shit. How about at least 80% of the people were in that little fucking corridor, just talking to each other. I'm like, this place is small, dog. This is many of us in here right now.
Yeah, the place was tiny. There was barely room for. No, I'm sorry. If I had to guess, there's no way that everybody came from the funeral. Like, maybe some people came and then left. Yeah. Because there's no that place was small as fuck, like super small. But again, the repast was actually great. Well, all right, so it actually was like 5 minutes from my house. So I went home and changed because number one, it was hot.
You throwing a new fit?
I don't like dress clothes.
Me neither, dog.
I do not like dress clothes.
I hate the whole tie, long sleeve shirt, the slap.
We came in, we set up, and we sitting there, and it's like, all right, it's probably gonna be a while before everybody get here. Let me go change. Came home, changed, went back. My mother was like, "Yeah, you've been here for a while. You leave now. By the time you leave and get back, they're gonna be here." Nope.
I said 5 minutes away, OG. I'll be back.
Nobody still wasn't there yet. But everybody came. We all had, that's when at that point of the whole situation, everybody started having fun.
Yeah, so, that's how that shit go. Because everybody intermingling, getting back reconnected, talking about old times, how shit used to be.
Facts.
People you ain't seen for a minute, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it'd be like that, yo.
No, it's weird seeing. Like I said, I saw a family that I haven't seen in months or so. I saw some people that I haven't seen in years. Like I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then, everybody lies. Like, yeah, we need to hang out more often and blah, blah, this. And here's the thing about that. Yes, I said the word lie. I am not saying that in a negative way. It's just the reality of what happened.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
It's not intentionally a lie.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen. Like,
but for the sake of saying that, like, it's just something you're supposed to say in those instances. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the right thing to say.
I'm fairly certain I will never see some of those people again.
Yeah.
Because our only connection was him.
Right.
I'm fairly certain I'm never going to see some of those people in person again. Like,
I mean, the intentions are well, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is one of those situations where what is like how a person feels matters more than the intent. It ain't one of those just like you in certain situations you have to say the right thing.
Yeah,
ain't like you're supposed to say
well meant.
Yeah,
it's well meant and it doesn't do any harm.
It doesn't, because it ain't like you saying, "Damn, all right, well next time I see you, we'll be at a funeral." You don't say that,
right?
You know what
exactly.
I'm
Who the fuck would say? Like, realistically, it's possible.
Yeah, but I mean that's what mostly happens, but nobody says that. But what we say is we need to see each other outside of these.
We got to stop. That's exactly us. That's exactly. Yeah. We got to stop. We got to get together outside of the funerals and holidays. Well, guess what? I get it.
Yeah,
that's not realistic, my guy.
Yeah, DK, let me break some shit down to you. Tetris style, be like,
no, it's not. It's not realistic. It's not a real.
Like, but it's still good to hear because the intent,
absolutely.
The intent is very good,
Absolutely. So Friday was super packed. So after the repast, went home, took a quick cat nap. Actually, I don't think I actually got to sleep, but and me and Marcus went to see Black Adam.
Or what, the same day?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, yes. Wait, the funeral was yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn, bro, I ain't know.
We went to see Black Adam, and I don't know, y'all. I've been hearing bad things about it, and the only specific thing I heard about it was that there wasn't enough action, and I watched it, and I'm like, I don't understand how you can come to that conclusion.
First off, I'm not going to go see the movie.
Sure.
Second, The Rock is playing Black Adam, right?
Yeah.
What movie does The Rock play in?
Even with trailers and
shit, it's always action.
This is the only one thing that I really liked about the movie that had nothing really to do with the movie was this is like the only movie he's ever been in where his fight scenes actually make sense.
Oh shit!
Like, because in other movies, like, you'll have these scenes where like he's doing superhuman shit, but in the context of the movie, he's a normal human being.
Right.
So like you'll have these scenes where like he's holding somebody with one hand by their ankles.
Right.
In like movies where he's supposed to be just a guy.
Yeah, but in this movie it makes sense.
In this movie, when he does that, it makes fucking sense. Yeah. So I liked that. This is, I dare I say, this is probably his best portrayal in a movie, his best performance in a movie that I've seen.
You mean as far as acting wise, or just the action?
Yeah, no, just him, everything that he did in the movie. This is the best that I've seen from it. Like I don't.
Well, and then that sounds like all the other movies just means he just should have had a cape on. And then
that's funny.
It would have made sense.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm going to go listen or watch or read some negative reviews so I can try to see what the fuck these motherfuckers are talking about. But
and then you're gonna have a deeper dive, and then you're gonna.
No, I actually probably won't.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make the internet mad again because I remember you were low-key viral on fucking YouTube.
That's funny. No, I don't think I'm gonna do one for this because, like, not actually. I might do like a shorter video, just talking about liking the movie.
Right.
But no, I don't. I don't know what. Like the only specific complaint I saw was a lack of action, and I don't think this movie lacked action. Like. At all. So I don't know what the fuck these people are expecting.
Let me ask you a question. Does DC movies in general lack a lot of action, or
no, not particularly? I wouldn't say so. Like
I wonder why they would say that for this one.
I don't
maybe I gotta see it to know for myself because
I told my cousin because my cousin had already Chris had already saw it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna see Black Adam. And he was like, I liked it. I was like, well, I've been hearing mixed reviews, and the only specific thing I did hear was the action thing. And he stopped. He thought about it. He was like, I guess.
Yeah, like.
But like in a way, like I don't agree.
Yeah, like. Even if it was true, I don't see it. Like not to me. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I watched it and I'm like, nah, B, I don't. That was a good movie to me. Like
that's kind of similar to my take on the whole She-Hulk thing. Like people had all these things to say. I'm like, well, not to me. Like I I'm not trying to change the subject. I'm just saying, like, just to relate. Like, not to me. I fucked with it. I mean,
yeah.
Are there things that could have been better?
Oh no,
personally,
it was a perfect show.
Yeah, but my thing is, being that I'm not like as critical with the MCU as people like you and Toon, I won't say. You know, so I don't feel like I have the right to like really have a opinion. Well, I feel like I have an opinion,
right.
But I'm gonna take that shit to the grave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely not talking about it with you and Toon because, well, if I talked about it with you and Toon, y'all will give me a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Yeah, because obviously it's coming from a point where I don't really understand what I'm talking about. I'm just looking at it from a novice perspective.
Yeah, you're saying there's certain things you aren't sure of.
Yeah, but I'm not going to like make a whole post about the shit or whatever.
Right. No,
yeah, or try to make an argument about why it's bad or no. If I rock with it, I rock with it.
Yeah, like I don't think it was, like I said, it wasn't a perfect show, but I think it was a decent show that had
it was good. Like ending. It made me tune in every other week. Yeah. And the only reason I did it like that because I'm like, shit, they put it out bi-weekly, so not bi-weekly, but weekly. Yeah. So I'm just like, all right, let the episodes stack up so that I can like binge it for an hour and a half.
Facts. Like, wasn't a great show, wasn't a bad show. I enjoyed the show and had a good ending.
And I'm ready to see what happens next for real.
Yeah. And for these movies and shows, that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It's supposed to feel like
see if a movie or a show does that, then I fuck with it.
Yeah. Like you're not supposed to watch these types of movies and shows and be like, oh, okay, I'm good. Yeah. No, you're supposed to be like, oh, shit.
I want to see what happens next.
Right. That's the entire point. Like I said, the movie was good. We had supposed to have been going to karaoke with Fab and Kristen, and the shit started at 10. The plan we got wrong. Like we just got time wrong. The
Hey,
movie
can you do me a
started at
favor?
7:30. What up?
Can you do me a favor? Not to hold you, but if we ever link up, because I've never done karaoke before.
Oh shit!
You gotta get me to do karaoke. You gotta get me to go up there and sing.
Facts.
You have to.
Facts.
Because
Oh,
that's
don't-
not something
don't
that I
worry
really
about it.
want to do. But I think I will feel mad comfortable if you were there and if
Facts.
Fab was there, even though I never
Oh,
met
yeah.
Fab.
Oh yeah, no,
But
this is happening.
I think I will be with the shits with y'all. Dead ass.
No, this is happening. Fuck that.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah, that's got to be on the bucket list.
Oh yeah, we fucked up time somehow, me and Marcus, and I should not have relied on him because he fucks up time all the time.
He's
but-
flash.
So the movie started. The movie time was. This is partially my fault. Like I said, it's partially my fault because I didn't. I was kind of, my mind was kind of preoccupied, so I didn't catch this. It's like the movie started at 7:30, and it's a 2-hour movie, 2 hours and 5 minutes, so we should be out of there by like 9:35, and I just accepted that, not thinking about the fact that if the show time is at 7:30. The movie's probably not going to start until 8.
Yeah, because the not pre-credits, but yeah,
the
all that
trailers.
yeah,
and
trailers,
all
all
that
that
shit.
shit. Yeah,
I did it. That slipped my mind completely.
it happens.
So, so the movie's over. I look at my phone. I'm like, oh shit, it's 10:02. We were supposed to be there at 10. Also, Marcus spilled popcorn oil or butter on his pants.
Nah, not on the fit.
So we had to go home first so he could change his pants. Funny
Wait,
enough.
why y'all was already at the theater?
Yeah, we was at Arundel Mills. Well, you don't know where Arundel Mills is. but-
Nah, I know what it is. That's by the.
Shut up! Shut up! We was at Arundel
And be
Mills.
more, nigga, right?
Shut up! It's not though.
Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Shut up! Shut up! The point is, Arundel Mills is
Next
like.
to be more.
Shut up. Arundel Mills is like 20-25 minutes from where me and Marcus live.
Facts.
And well, me, Marcus, and Fed, we all live.
Yeah,
within
facts.
5
I know,
minutes
nigga.
of each
Come
other.
on.
Shut up. We all live within 5 minutes of each other. So Arundel Mills is like 20-25 minutes away from there, but it's also like 15 minutes away from the karaoke. So if
Right,
we had
right.
left at 9:35 or so, we would have definitely made it by 10. But so we got out like, oh yeah, you gotta go home. Yeah, like and this wasn't even a situation where I was like, nigga, you be fine. Nah, that nigga needed to go home. He needed to change the pants. He needed to change the pants. So
Damn.
I guess luckily, I only say that because Kristen needed me to show her where the parking lot is. So luckily, I guess, they were also running late. Her and her homegirl were running late because they had stopped to get some food. This is the craziest shit in the world. So they had stopped to get some food. They wanted McDonald's. So they went to McDonald's that was closest to her house on the way to karaoke. And it was a long ass line. So she had called me. She's like, you there yet? I said, actually, no, we're not there yet. She's like, how long is it going to take you? I said, it'll probably be about a half hour or so. She was like, all right, cool. So I can get in this line because this line at McDonald's is long as fuck. But we hungry. I'm like, all right, yeah, go ahead. So they get in the line. By the time they get to the actual intercom, the lights go out.
Oh wow.
The power at McDonald's.
The
went out.
McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah. So she like, fuck. So she went to another McDonald's that was kind of on the way. She gets there. They're closed down for renovations.
Damn.
So when I was on the phone with her, she was like, yo, I was like, yo, give me some nuggets. She's like, all right, cool. So when they went to the second McDonald's, never closed, she was like, all right, McDonald's not going to work. We about to go to Wendy's. What you want something there? I'm like, same thing. Just give me some nuggets. So they ended up going to Wendy's. Funny thing, we ended up getting down to karaoke and parked exactly when Kristen got down there. and was looking for me to ride with her to the parking lot.
So
we walked. So me and Marcus walked from the parking lot. Fab was already there. Me and Marcus walked from the parking lot. He went in. She was pulled up in front of the bar. I got in her car. Then we drove back to the parking lot and then walked them down. Karaoke was karaoke. We always have a good time at karaoke, even if it was a bad time. We have a good time because we make light of the situation and all that good shit. Because who the fuck wants to be out and be mad? Like
that's facts though.
Yeah, fuck all that.
My thing, I don't like pretending. Like if I'm in a bad mood, I'm gonna just stay my ass home.
Right. If you're in a mood bad enough that the majority of things that happen would get you in a worse mood, you probably shouldn't go.
Yeah, that's facts.
Like, if you're just in a mood that like you need to go out to be cheered up, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're already in like a mood,
yeah, like don't go out in public on
you
smoke, my nigga. Especially if everybody else is cool and like, no, don't do that.
And because
you know how that makes you look like a fucking weirdo. For everyone.
Yeah, like yo, you're the only person out here not having fun. Like,
yeah, what you here for?
Chill out, right? Like
it's like the niggas that go to the cookout just for smoke. It's like
that's stupid.
Why'd you come?
It don't make sense.
Everybody having a good time, but you want to fuck it up because everybody else is having a good time, but you.
And you just
we ain't doing that.
You just here wilding for no reason.
No reason.
Fuck are you doing here? But anyway, yeah. So that was fun. Yeah, that's literally, of course, because that was last night. That's literally the whole
your week.
But I had. So back to the thing that I had skipped over. So I was this motherfucker Kanye, right?
Hold on, give me a minute. I'll be back. Keep rocking. I'll be back. Cause you said
no. We're not about to. It's not about to be. Whatever.
Nah, like I'm on light smoke. Okay. Like
okay.
But there's people I gotta talk to.
Right.
So let me come back. I'll be back. but I'm listening though. I'm turning up the speakers.
Right. So I got on here somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks ago and implored everybody to just start ignoring this motherfucker. That was me. I was the guy that said that. Yes. I don't know. I've since realized it's not that I didn't know this, but it was made even more abundantly clear to me of why that's almost an impossibility. And I know he's a hot topic, but I have questions and things I'm unsure about his situation and situations like this. And for that, before I get into it, I want to give a bit of a retrospective on the Black Culture Geeks as a podcast. So for those who have not been around since the beginning, first, for those who have been around since the beginning, shout out to y'all. We love and appreciate you being here since the beginning and being around for us and for all the shenanigans and throughout all the iterations of the show. For those who haven't been around since the beginning, here's a bit of a history lesson. The show has gone through several iterations. Black Culture Geeks is my brain baby, and I am the producer. How we started was Tim and I were looking for other ways to do content, and the content that I wanted to specifically talk about with him was MCU shit. and superhero shit in general, but movies and shows and whatnot. So I hit him up like, hey, got this idea for a podcast. We just get on there, talk geek shit, and the Black Culture Geeks were born. So in the beginning, we talked mostly about the MCU. Then eventually we started adding in trending stories. But because Tim and I care more about being accurate than being first, we dialed back on the trending shit. We still had stories, but we were talking about, like, a lot of times we would wait until there seemed to be some finality or at least full transparency on a situation before we talked about it, because we don't like having to go back and correct shit. We'd rather have all of the information, or most of the information, up front before we start talking about something. So that's around the time where we started going live. I remember the OBS days.
Oof.
Right. Eventually, we just kept talking about pretty much, like, the show transformed into us talking about pretty much nothing but politics. And that changed for a combination of reasons. First, if I have not made it abundantly clear, I hate talking about politics.
Say for the people in the back.
Bro, I do not like it at all. It annoys me. It's boring. And it's a lot of the things, echo chambers. I hate echo chambers.
Yeah.
And a lot of things with politics, it's literally just, it's a vicious cycle. So you end up talking about the same thing over and over and over again, but a different person did this same thing this time.
Yeah.
And you get the same talking points because you've talked to these people, so you know what they're
What
going
they're
to say.
gonna
You
say.
know how they feel about these things. I don't like that. It's annoying.
You know what's so funny about echo chambers? Like, even translates in threads. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And not to hold you, like, threads are the perfect example of them, even though it kind of contradicts what echo chamber is. You know, as far as like echo, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. It's echo chambers in general. It doesn't matter if I agree with the thing or not.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. So, on top of that, we were doing the Rise podcast at this point in time, and it was a whole bunch on me, because at that time, what we were doing was, I would get up, leave my house, go get Tim. We would then come back to Baltimore to go to Calvin's apartment, then set up and record them, and then I would have to take Tim back home.
No, you skipped this part.
What up, cuz?
What up, DJ? You would have to break everything down.
Oh, facts. No, that's
put it in
actually
the car.
true,
Then
yeah. And then take Tim home, and then finally come back home. So for a 1 hour podcast,
that's a lot.
I was putting in, because, all right, so for me to Tim is like a half hour. Then from Tim to Calvin was a good 45 minutes.
Ooh, yeah.
Then we would be there for a good 15, 20 before the show started. Then the show was an hour. Then we would be there a good 15, 20 afterwards. Then 45 minutes back out to take Tim home. Then another half hour to get
to
back
go back.
home.
Yeah, that's a lot in the day, bro.
4 hours for 1 hour? Nah, that's a lot.
Because I don't like leaving the crib, period. So I'm gonna leave the crib.
Nigga!
You know what I'm saying?
What?
It better be fucking worth it. I'm not doing all these fucking nah. I hate it.
What? So you had that, and then there was a bunch of other creative things that I wanted to do for myself, and so I was burning out. So to help with that, we stopped doing the Rise podcast in person. That's when we started just doing it over StreamYard. And on top of that, I stopped making it necessarily that we had burning topics for every BCG episode. And I almost completely cut politics out. Anything that had to do with anything that had to do with politics in a major way, I completely cut out of the show. I didn't even put it on the docket. And again, that was around the time where we started doing live on StreamYard, because that's the reason that we're even on StreamYard is because we had to figure out a way to go live with the Rise podcast. So luckily at the last minute clutch fourth quarter shot, I stumbled across StreamYard the week before we started doing the Rise podcast, and that was our first Black Culture Geeks episode on StreamYard. So then, also around the same time that we stopped doing Rise live and in person, it was around the same time that our live audience for BCGz started growing.
Word.
Mostly people from GU. And here's the thing. I started seeing certain things. So now we barely actually even have an article anymore. We don't really do dockets anymore.
Yeah, we've been freestyling a lot.
Yeah. And that's how we landed on the loose format that we have today. There's another reason that's tied to all that I didn't really realize until recently, that I guess I subconsciously took into account, but I never put the pieces together. So this show is called Black Culture Geeks. It's on the shirt. I know it's backward. Can I'm about to hold up.
No, you should look straight.
Oh, you see it right?
Yeah, it's not mirrored.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. Why is it mirrored for me? Whatever. That's not the point. As long as you look good to y'all, we good.
Yeah, no, you all
so
me.
Yeah. The show is called Black Culture Geeks. Obviously, you see it. You see it on the shirt. Our audience overall, according to analytics, is majority Black.
Oh, for real? Word.
Yeah. That, however, is not the case for our live audience. So I don't bring up as many things that I'm really unsure about as far as Black topics are concerned, because of the dialogue that happens live. We have a really active, as far as dialogue, our live audience is relatively active. They always engage with the majority of conversations that we have on here. And I feel like that would be wild to, in a way, depend on the audience to help walk me through some of these things that I don't quite understand. So that's why I put that type stuff in the group chat, or shit like that, the conversation about Kanye that we just talked about recently in the group chat.
Yeah,
I'll put that. I'll say that one on here because, like I said, we talked about it in the group chat. It's a contradiction of his lyrics and when he quote unquote should have been canceled, and there are certain issues that absolutely exist within the culture that we let slide. and we shouldn't be letting slide
ever.
And one of those things is some of the lyrics in hip hop. Like, for the longest time, since the 90s, there's a lot of misogyny in hip hop, and a couple other toxic things in hip hop, in mainstream hip hop. But I'm looking at this thread, and I'm seeing everybody pile on Kanye for doing exactly what a lot of other mainstream hip hop artists do, and I'm like, yo, are we picking and choosing outside of context, or what is it that we're doing? Because if you have the smoke for him, fine, but not if you still actively listen to the mainstream hip hop that does the same exact thing that you're complaining about him for. Like, pick a side, kind of. Like,
my whole thing is, though, they say, oh, and we talked about it in the group chat.
Yeah.
Well, hip hop in itself is detrimental to the black community in general, but they won't place that on the things that Kanye has said in songs too, and specifically on top of that, you talk about the thing that they're bringing up that he said back in what, you know what I'm saying?
2000.
Well, he's a part. Well, then he's a part of that too. Then
he's
you know what I'm saying?
Part of that. Yes.
So bring that. You know what I'm saying? Don't just
absolutely. If you
be like,
smoke for that, have smoke for the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Don't excuse Kanye.
Yeah, because he's done
but
it too.
Also, don't excuse the rest of the mainstream.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
but what they do is
have smoke for it.
What they do is they exclude Kanye when it comes to that. But Kanye said a bunch of fuck shit too outside of just speaking. I mean, like in music.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm fine with the energy if it's the same energy.
Yeah.
Like, you don't like Kanye right now, so you're piling up on him. But you about to go listen to 21 Savage.
Right.
Or you about to go listen to Kodak Black.
Or you're probably gonna listen to Kanye saying similar fuck shit that they say. Like
make up your pick a side. Make up your mind. Like if here's the thing. Two things can be true. You can acknowledge that you have an issue with it in general and still listen to the stuff. But if you're going to condemn someone for doing it, I feel like you should be condemning all of them.
Yes, I was literally going to say
right, what?
And I understand it's a fine line to tread because then you sound like a hypocrite, but yeah, we're human beings, we are fucking hypocrites.
Everybody's hypocrites. Like,
at the end of the day, I love the Kim song by Eminem. Sonically, it sounds good and the story is good. Mm-hmm. Do I agree with all
don't
this
agree
shit?
With right.
Nah. No, I don't agree with it.
Yeah. No, it's that's how it is, and it's like, to me, certain things, like, can we just get some consistency? Is all I'm really asking for.
That's
like, if we're gonna condemn this type of these type of lyrics, all right, let's do that.
Well, all of them,
but let's do it across the board.
Yeah, and my whole thing is just, why does Kanye get the special treatment though? As if he hasn't done these things also. That's my only contingency. And also, what they do is they use that to take away from what we're actually talking about.
Yeah.
To minimize what's actually going on. I don't like that. And I feel like that's really fuck nigga, fuck girl behavior. Straight up.
Yo, the funny thing about that, the funniest thing about that to me is all these motherfuckers on Twitter talking about Kanye got exactly what he wanted. This was a big master plan.
No, nigga.
No, the fuck it wasn't. No, this is the same person that literally canceled a tour on stage because of mental issues. Yeah. Like, he literally did. We like, if you actually, and that's the other thing. I hate these people that have piled onto this bandwagon on either side but don't got no quote unquote skin in the game. Like
Mm.
you're just hopping onto this bandwagon. Like all the people that unironically say that Taylor Smith made Kanye famous.
That ain't
Like
true.
you don't know what
Fuck
you're
outta
talking
here.
about.
That's
Like
not
you,
true.
there are some people that say ironically, cool.
That's fine.
But the people who say unironically,
Yeah,
you
but
clearly
those are
don't know
mostly
what you're
the,
talking about.
I think those are mostly people that don't even listen to hip hop and know his catalog before
Exactly.
Heartbreaks and 808s. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like shut up.
It's like, yo, what do we do? Like, what? Y'all just have to be a part of a bandwagon? Like, that's what this is?
And
That's
look
what this
at
breakdown
look what
is?
I just did. I just stuck up for Kanye, and I'm not trying to do that, but like, let's call
It's
it.
not, yo.
Some
real
people
is
just be
real.
out here lying, fam.
Yo, like, what do y'all do? Like, oh, this was all a big plan. Then why
No,
the
it
fuck
was
did he go to
not.
Skechers and get turned away?
Yeah, yo, listen, fam. Remember before all these big conglomerate companies weren't fucking with him, and he was crying about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then they started fucking with him,
Right.
and
that was what he wanted.
yeah, he
That's
wanted
why he
this.
was wilding out.
Yeah, come on.
How,
And-
Sway?
Thank you. And now he's like, Sway.
That's where that was from.
Yeah.
And now it's like
Come
Sway
on.
was right.
Right.
Sway had the answers.
Listen. But don't be like, now he says Sway has the answers. This was his plan all along. No, nigga.
No.
It's the same
This was
way
not the
people try to
plan.
rewrite history when it comes to him. And my bad,
Right.
I bring it to him. I'm just saying, people do this shit with hip hop specifically, and I notice it, and it pisses me off because I am a hip hop head, and I would not allow you fucking booger monsters to fucking like degrade this shit as if none of these other things happen. Because there's nothing there's nothing in the present that's independent of the past. Like, listen,
Facts.
all these things matter, and for you guys to try to act like it don't and forget so quickly, you guys are disgusting. And I'm gonna say what Hillary Clinton said about Trump supporters: y'all niggas are deplorable, straight up and fucking down. And I don't like it.
Facts. Yo, it's annoying as fuck. Like, what? Oh my god! Like, oh, this is exactly what Kanye was talking about.
No, nigga, no. Because if that's what he was talking about, he would have said it. He would have said, I don't even want to be fucking with these corporations that don't fuck with us. Man, come on, man. He would have said that from the get-go. But no, what he was doing the whole time was writing poll, wanting them to fuck with him.
Fact. Yo, I'm appalled. Yo, this shit ain't even funny no more. James. These are stupid. Yo, this shit ain't even funny no more. Like, I'm laughing because it's annoying. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Everything. A bunch of
like
things.
Tim said, I am the biggest Kanye fan of his music that exists. Clearly, there are more bigger fans.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean.
For the sake of argument, yeah, got you. Be.
I'm not rocking with none of this shit. Like, what are y'all talking? What?
It's the same way when I love Sean Price, but when he said that shit that he said about female MCs, I was like, no, I can't jack that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're wild.
Wrong. Wrong is wrong.
And that's fine. You could be wrong. If you want to die on that hill, then die on that hill. Hey, but listen,
I ain't gonna be there with you.
Nah, be like, even when Tech Nine said some shit like he was on a Breakfast Club and he was talking about how he low key, well, not low key, he got molested. You know what I'm saying? He was having sex with his teacher in I think high school, whatever. And they said, "Oh, so you got molested?" He was like, "No, that's not what that was, because when it's a man,
that's exactly what that was,
bro. That's what happened, B. Like,
that's exactly what happened.
I ain't gonna hold you, but nigga, that's what happened, dog. Like,
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but
yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, and you see, and you might even if you enjoyed it, nigga, you still got molested, my guy.
Yeah, you were taken advantage of. That's exactly what happened.
So, like, when it comes to celebrities doing fuck shit outside of their art, and they say some fuck shit, I can't roll.
Nah.
And I'm not.
Ain't no way.
Nah.
Ain't no way. Oh no! What? How it's crazy how when he was saying the stuff about black people, ain't nobody do nothing. But when he said stuff about Jewish people,
who you talking about? Who you talking about? Who didn't do nothing? I've been bombing on him and Candace Owens for all the fuck shit they've been doing. Yo, when they was talking anti-black shit. And not only that, it didn't take them not canceling him back then for me to know that those companies don't fuck with black people in general. Yeah, for me to, you know what I'm saying? I've been on that.
You do both.
Yeah.
My favorite take from this though is the one about Candace. I'm sorry, Karen. Karen Owens is forever her name.
Oh, nice.
The take, my favorite take is the take from Karen Owens, not from Karen Owens, but involving Karen Owens, is, yo, Kanye really got quote unquote canceled because he was following behind Karen Owens, and she convinced this nigga to buy her husband's company, and now all of his companies that he was associated with are distancing themselves from him.
And Candace Owens too.
And he's no longer a billionaire.
Candace has got low. She's gotten low.
Oh yeah. Why would she stick up for him? I'm like, yo, that's wild. So, like, to witness somebody lose billionaire status, that's different.
Yeah, that nigga went to Skechers, dog. Like,
bruh,
fam.
School shut down.
They dubbed him. How you let Skechers dub me? Like,
they sent him to the gulag, my guy.
Like I said in the chat, like I'm gonna go against my morals and buy a pair now for solidarity. Like dead ass. Like I don't like when black people tend to do this thing where we talk about Jewish people as if it's all Jewish people.
Right.
Like because I don't even know how it works out as far as the media. Because I know there are Jewish people that own
I saw this
parts of the media.
I wish I would have saved this.
There's millions of Jewish people that have no contact with that. Mike Gleason,
for the vast majority of the big companies that do media in the United States, it's like 2 people that are Jewish that are at the heads of those companies.
So they need to shut the fuck up then, period.
Yeah, like it's weird. And the argument is they got the banks, they got Hollywood. Here's the thing about that. The reason they ended up in those positions was because back then, those jobs weren't looked at as favorable.
Yeah, they weren't prominent.
They're pretty much the only jobs that they could get back then.
Yeah.
What happened is because of how society changed, those jobs became high value jobs.
Yeah. Because back in the day, people weren't fucking with banks like that for real.
No.
People had shit in their fucking shoebox under the bed and all that. And I'm talking about like
whatever the case is.
Yeah. And banks weren't like a real institution like that. You know what I mean? Because Wells Fargo is old as hell.
Yeah.
But everybody wasn't banking back then.
No.
From what I'm talking about from like Wells Fargo's inception. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what people don't understand. Like I see the people like, well, what if you say that was anti-Semitic? And I understand not understanding how some of that stuff is anti-Semitic. Because like I said, if you don't know the history, then you don't know.
But pretty much it comes from like what people say, because I get caught up in that shit too. Like, people say, Jewish people are penny pinchers and all that shit.
Right.
That's anti-Semitic, like just dead ass, because it's this notion that they're not that they're money hungry, but they just hold on to money, and that's just a stereotype of them.
Right. That's
just like saying, black people like chicken.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking like chicken.
Everybody likes chicken.
You know what I'm saying? And people who don't have money before and get money now, like most of them, I ain't gonna say most of them, but people tend to hold on to that shit. You know what I mean? Because they never had it before.
Habits
that's not an inherently Jewish or black thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. Both of those, like
all facts. Like this whole narrative around Kanye. And not even the shit that he's saying, but the way that people are reacting to him is so tiresome, yo.
Yeah, I ran through the threads, and it's like what you said earlier, echo chamber shit, and I'm just like, y'all niggas are so fucking blind. That's why I love that Yetta came up. I'm not sure she came up with it, but she says the phrase, everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go.
And them niggas ain't gonna be able to go, because I don't want them rocking with us on our side.
Nope. Not at all. I'm not a fan. I don't want to be involved with the majority of things that they are involved with.
Facts. I mean, even if it's right, I would do the opposite, spite them. You know what I'm saying? Just because. I mean, depending on what it is, but like
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. One of these.
Let me ask you a question. Have you watched any of the interviews of Kanye recently?
No, I have no reason. Like I said,
Me
I'm
neither.
ignoring it.
I tried to
there's
watch the
nothing-
Piers Morgan one, but I was like, nah, I'm cool. I don't even want to hear him talking to a racist. Like, I'm dead in that.
yo, sis said none of that shit should have been popping anyway. Unaccredited ass school. That's a fact.
Jesus
His school
Christ.
not even accredited. Like,
What, he got a school?
yeah, nigga, Donda Academy, my guy.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. What is it, like an actual school, like pre-K
Yeah,
through 12?
nigga. Well, no, I don't know what grades, but it's a real school except for the fact that it's not accredited.
It's a
Well,
building.
let me say it was a real school because it's been discontinued for this coming school season. Current school season. And I think I can't remember what the range was. I thought I liked it, but I can't find it.
I find it ironic that a nigga that says that he there's a difference between saying you don't like to read and you don't read.
Yo, this nigga
And
said he don't read and he started
don't
school.
read. He started. Yeah, that's irony.
Why would you send your child there?
What is it? What's that chick name? The one that was the head of the school shit, Kelly something or whatever.
I don't know who that.
The head of the educational system. That was when Trump was in office.
I don't know.
He's similar. He's comparable to her. But she ain't have no idea what she was doing.
I mean, Trump hired her, so
yeah. I mean, no. He fucking hired on what's his face, Ben Carson. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
For HUD.
For something that has nothing to do with surgery, like what?
At all.
You realize that? Whatever. So one of the things that I have John Legend. It's weird how all these free independent thinkers always land.
Yes, McKenna. Bessie DeVos. That's her name, Bessie DeVos. That's Kanye right now.
Fuck her. I don't know nothing about her. John Legend says it's weird how all these free independent thinkers always land at the same old anti-blackness and anti-Semitism. Because clearly you're not a free thinker. You're just
and you know what I hate? You know what I hate? The whole whenever anybody says anything that's contrary to like what's right or something that's like problematic, they always go with, oh, they're a free thinker.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of hearing that.
Yo, B.O.B. dumbass back in the news about that shit. Still complaining about how his career took a fucking nosedive. Yo, I have never.
Who B.O.B. the Atlanta nigga?
Yeah, in my life.
I've never liked his music.
I loved his music.
Nah.
I loved his music.
That nigga's nah,
you wildin'.
He can rap. He can rap. He can rap. I'm just not into it. It. That's all I'm saying.
No, his shit was amazing, especially his first album. His first album was the shit. But the point that I'm making, I've never had a situation where I've seen somebody rise as quickly as he did and fall.
Yeah, his fall
quickly as he did.
No,
that shit was instant.
Jesus Christ!
I was like, yo,
you remember that song "Planes" or whatever that they did, or whatever the Stars or whatever.
Yeah, the shit that Eminem did the remix to. Yeah, Haley from Paramore.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's when he was like up there, like
that was a big. Yeah, it was a big song.
Yeah,
then he had the Strange Cloud shit with with Wayne.
Yeah, like I'm saying, he Tech 9 too.
Yeah, like, he was signed to T.I. Like, and then
he got on some whole Tepid shit and started getting into conspiracy shit. Like
the Earth is flat and all that other bullshit. I'm like, yo, you wildin'. Like,
and it makes it worse because you black though, B. Like, you can't,
bruh.
I'm just saying, like. But there's a lot of black conspiracy theorists that's be on this type of shit, and it's just like, yo, y'all need to chill. Like,
they be wildin'. They don't know what they talking about, yo. It's cool. Fuck them.
And fuck that. It ain't cool.
No, I'm saying it's cool. Fuck them.
Oh,
like, yeah. Like I'm not.
What's up, Ryan?
Somebody else. Kanye spent 20 years building one of the biggest empires in music and fashion, and threw it away because he wanted to repeat Candace Owens talking points on TV.
Yeah.
Somebody else said, all that talk and he didn't even own the designs? Who's the slave now?
I read about that shit too. I was like, wow. So all this shit that people are saying, he's not doing that.
No.
Stop it.
Another person having his school shut down and begging sketchers to work with him all happened in the last 24 hours. I don't want to hear about some master plan ever again. He's impulsive and he's paying the price for it.
Facts. Accountability.
It just is what it is. Somebody says two coexisting truths. A significant portion of the black community does not care when black celebrities are anti-black.
At all.
And would never boycott them.
At all.
Also, white Jewish people pull together against anti-Semitism and they have white privilege. Two things can be true, but all Jews aren't white Jews.
That's facts.
So when you say Jewish and it's a whole fucking thing.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, yo, there's millions of Jews out here, and y'all just, because of the whole media attachment, all that shit, y'all put that for all of them. Yeah. Like, Mike Gleason ain't getting a cut from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut up, talking to me, dog. Like, there's people at my job that have these same conversations, right? From the talking points of, like, saying anti-Semitic shit. But I'm going to tell you this. Guess who they're talking to? White people.
Oh, of course.
And I'm just like, you don't notice, like, you doing the same thing? Like, the talking points that they might have against you are similar to the same talking points that they have against Jewish people.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? To have solidarity for Kanye? Nah, man, I'm not rolling. That's in me. I'm sorry, but that's in me. Like, it don't make no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Another one, and this speaks to what I was talking about earlier. Black people, if we're canceling Kanye for being harmful to us, then we also need to cancel female rappers who promote WAP, being a super freaky girl, city girl culture, and male rappers who brag about taking lives and selling dope. Why are we selective in our outrage?
No, why are y'all selective in your outrage? Because to me, it's fake outrage. Like, y'all ain't really mad.
Hey.
They ain't really mad. Because what are they doing other than making posts on Facebook and having their little blogs and shit? Like, y'all ain't really that mad. Because if y'all was really mad, y'all would have been mad at Kanye. Matter of fact, y'all would have been mad at Kanye. Y'all would have been mad at Bill Cosby when they were saying anti-black shit.
Bruh.
But none of y'all stepped up until white people started fucking with them. Why is that?
Yep.
Hate to break it to you, folk. Y'all fighting, y'all beating the dead horse.
Absolutely.
My bad. I know you said we ain't gonna get too spicy, but it's just...
No, it is what it is.
Man. I only had one post to say about the whole Kanye thing, and that was my entire point. Like, y'all talking about these companies were silent when he said anti-black shit. So were y'all. The same ones that's riding for him now.
Yo, and this is the wildest take, in my opinion. This nigga got on Twitter and says, I never had much issues about Jewish owning several media companies. But seeing how they've been canceled, damn, seems like I should join the anti-Jewish elite team. The amount of power they have is crazy. You can't even talk about them.
Oh, no, you can talk about them. Just not how you're talking about them.
No, not even that. For a black person to say you can't even talk about them as if we're supposed to be allowed to disparage a group of people.
That's what I'm saying. The way you can talk about, but not how you're talking about them. Yeah, nah. You know what the thing is? His talking points are no different than the talking points that we hear in barbershops. So it's not some elite shit that was thought about. No. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing deep. Like, I've been hearing these conversations, and I've always been like, well, when I first heard them, I don't know if y'all right. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around Jewish people. I don't know if y'all right. I think y'all on some other shit. Like, Nah, man.
I, I,
It's so much that we have to go through white supremacist shit. Now we trying to beef with Jewish people. Like, what the fuck is this?
I just don't. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Like, I, I don't really have an answer for you, my guy.
No, I don't expect you to. I just feel like I'm bewildered because like we have all this other shit to deal with. Now you want to beef with other people, like without even a real reason to. And whatever, man. Whatever. It is what it is. I guess at this moment I'll just leave it to God. He'll sort it out. Fuck it.
I just.
Facetiously,
Like,
I say that.
the nigga literally got on Twitter and saying he was going DEFCON 3 on Jews. Like,
why? Why would you even say that? Why would you even say that? But people say we taking that out of context. Because I seen a post where people was like, "Oh, y'all taking that out of context." No, because you wouldn't take that out of context if somebody said that shit about black people. You would definitely understand what the fuck that means. Like, come on, man.
And here's the thing. So, all right, somebody says, so we're all supposed to pretend that majority of the largest media companies aren't owned by Jewish men. They aren't. That majority of the executives at major labels aren't Jewish men. I don't have the data on that. Jews make up like 2 to 3% of the population, yet somehow they're the majority when it comes to owning. And somebody responded to him and said, "Kid, all of Kanye's music is literally on every streaming platform as we speak. Adidas and Balenciaga are not Jewish owned, and they canceled him. His family is not Jewish, and they canceled him. His friends, his lawyer, his agent. Get your head out of your ass. Man up and stop scapegoating."
Hey, you
Bravo.
know what?
Bravo.
Yeah, great response. Kudos. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna start doing to these people? I'm gonna say, "Hey, yo, name 10 Jewish-owned corporations or 10 Jewish people that own the media and all that. Name them." And entertainment. Because you know what they're going to say? Weinstein.
He's out of there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, who else?
Like, I just... Zuckerberg.
Who else? I mean, I'm pretty sure you can name whatever, but...
No, but I'm saying it's not that
it's
many something that's exaggerated.
Name. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's something that's it's grossly exaggerated.
But that's something that's been happening in the black community for decades, though. Well, we just say this thing without actually like extrapolating on why it's true, because it's not true.
Like, here's the thing: people don't understand the whole Adidas thing. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
People don't understand the whole Adidas thing. So, what happened with Germany is that the Holocaust happened, and a little after that, they, as a country, recognized the wrong that they did, and they basically made being a Nazi illegal. Like, effectively, through several different things, they effectively made being a Nazi.
You can't even wear swastika in Germany.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, Adidas is a company that was founded by Nazis. No, you cannot have a relationship with Adidas and be anti-Semitic.
Like, that's just period.
You can't do that. It's not a thing. Like,
because they changed their whole scope of how they run things. Like you know what I mean? Like, they changed it.
Unfortunately, these people that are speaking about Kanye's situation in this way are doing nothing but fulfilling the stereotype of the whole crab in a barrel mentality.
That is all facts.
Because if I see someone getting what they deserve, I'm not going to be like, "Oh, that's crazy. How come they got what they deserved and this person didn't get what they deserved?" But it's a different situation. And because this person didn't get what they deserve, then he shouldn't get what he deserved.
Nah, that's not how that works.
What?
Because my thing
That's
is,
wild as
they
fuck
try to do
me.
the same thing with Weinstein and Bill, and with Weinstein and
With all of it.
and Kelly. And I was like, nah, if we have trash black people running around that have like a big voice and all that shit,
Yeah.
I don't want them attached to our greatness. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, I don't want them attached to our shit.
Facts.
Nah.
At all.
They could go. Fuck that.
Like, people making these weird, like, oh, Kanye, they did this to Kanye, and Mike, please tell me you're joking. Stop that.
He definitely is. He definitely is.
I know. So, like, I've seen takes like, oh, J.P. Morgan got rid of Kanye's, they stopped banking with Kanye, but they didn't stop banking with Epstein. Oh, okay, then boycott them too.
Yeah.
Like
you
what?
go walk and chew gum.
The
Like,
conclusion to that shouldn't be, yeah, so give Kanye his bank account back.
No,
Nigga, that's not.
make them both fucking suffer. You know what I'm saying?
Right, like what? Yeah, like you could be mad about these things,
Yeah.
but the answer isn't to let Kanye
The other one go.
free.
Yeah, exactly.
No, what?
See, that's what I be saying though, bro. When it comes to keeping the same energy, people don't know how to when it comes to two conflicting things. And it's like, yo, but you need to know how to. Because then you sound like an asshole and a hypocrite. Because you let one person get away and not the other. Like, nah, we're not. All I'm saying is on BCGz, we're not doing that here.
No,
I am pro-black as
way.
fuck. I'm for all of us. I'm for all of us. But once you start treading the line and speaking that fuck shit,
yo, you got what you deserved.
yeah, you did it.
You got what you asked for.
Yeah.
And just because somebody else didn't get punished,
don't mean that you
get
off. No, not for me. No,
nah, B.
no.
Like
all that pressure that they didn't get, I want you to get because you represent us, and you speak about us,
nigga.
and not in nice ways. Like, no, you
like,
need this smoke.
Like you mentioned, comparing Weinstein to R. Kelly is wild as fuck. Like,
you know what's so funny about
R.
that shit
Kelly,
though?
What?
Weinstein was literally going through what they wanted R. Kelly to go, what they didn't want R. Kelly to go through, but he was going through that, but nobody knew it.
People weren't talking about it.
Exactly.
People weren't talking about it. It's not in reality. It's
Because
not like he wasn't being punished.
Exactly, he was being punished.
He was being punished.
But the difference is Weinstein got low while being punished,
super low,
and Kelly went on Gail shit.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts.
But now, like, whatever. Facts don't matter.
No, nobody really cares.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody remembers what happened in the past, but we're just gonna go off what social media says, and people just gonna.
What about Weinstein? What?
Yeah.
What are you? You realize that
it's cool. Like you say, it's cool. It ain't okay, but it's cool. Dummies.
I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so annoying. It really is so annoying, and I don't really understand the mindset there. I don't understand the logic behind, all right, Kelly shouldn't have to suffer because blah, 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 blah.
Why not?
Because this other person, what? No.
I'm
in Kelly's case,
there's videos.
Bruh!
There's videos.
In Kelly's case, there's no ambiguity at all.
Yeah, you feel me? Like
we're aware.
Before that, listen, fam. Before that shit hit the internet, before it hit LimeWire and all that shit was being sold in fucking gas stations. Wow.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And the porno section at gas stations.
Like, what are we talking
dog,
about
like,
here?
it was out there, my nigga. Like,
we're aware. Like,
we see this shit.
Made a career of molesting young black women.
Yeah.
What?
Multiple times.
What are we? There's a famous example. Aaliyah.
Yeah. And that shit was in the public. And
public.
But the thing is, people be like, oh, well, like people our age will be like, oh, well, y'all ain't saying nothing back then. It's just a backpack on what you would say back then. Well, we were
7.
15. Yeah, we were kids. We were kids. The things ain't come out until we were like in high school. But still, back then, when him and Lee were together, we were kids.
That was what, 94?
Yeah,
I was 7.
What could I say?
I was 6.
I ain't have no like understanding of, you know what I'm saying, like the legal standards of when you can have sex with a
None of
person.
this shit. Hold up. I wasn't thinking about if they were having sex
At all. I just knew it was R. Kelly and Aaliyah. I didn't even know their age.
I didn't know they had an actual relationship.
Yeah, no.
I just thought that was they're 2 artists that they were making music together. Age ain't nothing but a number. Well,
yeah. For sure. Not today, though.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand people, and I never will. And it's cool.
And that's why I didn't introduce so many hard posts about the Kanye shit. I just had to say that one thing that I said in the group chat with y'all. Copy and pasted it because I'm like, like y'all niggas wasn't saying nothing either when he was saying anti-black shit, and they canceled. No. Y'all. Matter of fact, I've seen a lot of y'all doing the same shit that y'all do with him. Oh, y'all don't really understanding what he's saying.
No, I hear him clearly.
That's what I'm saying. It's not ambiguous. It's literally there. The nigga said slavery was a choice.
He literally said that. And
there's
Van
no
Lathan
deeper.
Lit his ass up. Yo.
Yeah, shouts to Van.
Yo, I don't know if you saw this.
Did Van say something about what's happening recently? Cause
it was a whole thing. One of his.
Hey, yo, don't. I mean, if you show it now, show a clip or whatever. But I definitely gotta watch that shit.
All right, let me grab this clip because
Van dug in his ass when he was with TMC.
One of Van's peoples. That's funny, Van people. Anyway,
I hate you.
One of his people. Something. It happened on Instagram. I'm gonna find it. It happened on Instagram where Van made a post, and one of his peoples was like, "Do white lives not matter?" or some shit like that. No, that's facts, Mike. You don't understand. He didn't mean that. Sounding like a Trump apologist. That's real shit right there.
It goes back to what you were saying before, like, I hate sounding like the people that I hate. But he's literally doing that.
like, what are we talking about here?
But that's that toxic fairness shit, though. That ass.
No, yo, I hate that shit. I absolutely hate that shit.
It's ass, B.
Fuck, where is it? Free speech, drink, champs.
And not only that, when we talk about the whole, because I hate that people call any contrary thing a free thinker thing.
Yeah.
I love that Van Lathan was like, because Kanye was like, oh, so you don't think I'm a free thinker? He's like, I don't think you're thinking at all.
Right.
I was like, exactly. And not only that, everything that Kanye was saying was nothing new. It just came out of a prominent black person's mouth.
Right.
That's all it was.
All right. So this our video is probably going to be flagged for what I'm about to do.
Oh, I didn't know posted it.
No, I got to.
But would they take the video down?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Because we're not monetizing it.
Yeah, no, I don't think the video is going to be taken down.
Word.
I'm trying to find the very beginning of it so I can, because it's the conversation itself is too long to play the whole thing. So I'm trying to get a good spot.
Damn, I wish Soon was here for this.
Well, he heard it already.
I mean just for this conversation.
Okay, right.
I know he be teeing off, B. He would be talking about y'all crusty ass niggas, dusty ass. That ass.
Facts. All facts. All right, let me share screen.
Y'all gotta mute my mic while you do that?
Audio, yeah.
All right.
Instagram sort of thing and be like a human being and talk about this, and he decided he wanted to talk. So Jack is with us today on Higher Learning. I'll ask you, when you said, do white lives not matter, why did you feel the need to post that under me being critical of Kanye West wearing a shirt?
It wasn't that I felt the need, first of all, let's get to the point that, Instagram is a social platform and it's meant to be social, right? So, I just asked the question under your picture that, you had the Kanye West and the White Lives Matter shirt. with the caption that said "y'all." So I saw it, and I mean, I didn't look at it as being Kanye West. I didn't look at it from nothing, but I'm saying someone have a shirt on that says "White Lives Matter." So I just said, "Do white lives not matter?" And this kind of gets me to the whole point of this: is that without technology, we wouldn't even have been in this situation. So I think a lot of times we're judging each other on black and white, but we might start trying to think about judging the technology that allows us to be able to be vocal on these platforms, that allows us to be opinionated on these platforms, and allows us to have judgment on these platforms. Because at the end of the day, we do live in the United States where you should be able to say what you want to say. And like you said, a lot of people said, "Oh, I don't know Jack," and they may have thought about me a certain way. But don't you think that's kind of weird off of a question?
Is it me? Or is Buddy not answering the question at all?
Wait. You gotta hear.
You see man's face?
You gotta hear both sides.
Okay, fair.
From a picture, everything is out of context. Just like a lot of things that we see in the media, they don't have much context. We just go on opinionating, we start saying anything. We don't really know anything else but what we see.
So I didn't see your back and forth, but Van posted the picture of Kanye wearing White Lives Matter. Do you have a problem with Kanye wearing that shirt?
I have suspended judgment. I don't have a problem, or I don't have a problem. It's not really about Kanye to me. That's the thing that I want people to understand, is that it's not about Kanye. Because if it was about Kanye, if Kanye was such a big deal or people can't stand what he's doing, let's just stop giving it attention. You know what I mean? So I can't have judgment on anything that I see.
Another example of me hating when these motherfuckers say what I say, because now I have to defend a point that is in common with an imbecile. An imbecile.
Using it the wrong way, though.
He's using it the wrong way. Right. All right, but hold on. There's more.
On a social media platform that really has no context. It's a picture. We don't know anything except it's a picture of him wearing this shirt. And the first thing that we do as people is automatic.
He wanted to say black people. I just want to be clear.
No shit.
I just want to be clear. He wanted to say as black people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, "Oh, this man is crazy. How could he do that? It's wild that he's like." At the end of the day, Kanye is free to do what he wants
There's that word again.
Not so more.
to do. We don't have to give it that much attention.
Okay, so let's start a couple different places.
Van is about to ether his life.
I know.
So there are a couple of things that you definitely said it's just a t-shirt, right? But a lot of things are kind of just what they are. So a swastika is just a symbol. The Confederate battle flag is just a battle flag. The American flag is just a flag or a picture. Symbols have meanings, and there's a Angels logo on your hat. It's just an A with a halo around the top of it. But I look at that and I know that means California Angels or the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I know that they play in Anaheim. I know that they have Mike Trout on their team. I know that they have Ohtani on their team. I know that they used to be coached by Socha. I know that they used to be called the California.
I literally know where he's about to land. Literally. Because that's how I think. But go ahead.
California Angels, and I know all of that stuff because I know what that means. So because I know what that means, the context of what you're saying to me when you wear the shirt, you're not saying I hate the Angels, but I know what that symbol on your hat means because I know the history and the intent behind it. So saying something is just something doesn't make any sense. Because
let me rephrase. Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Because everything is just something. You were an All-American at the University of Miami. You wear a U on your chest. You went there. I understand that.
Wait.
White Lives Matter.
No, he's a fan. He's a big, like he was an amazing athlete. Like
he played for you.
Yes.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh right, yeah, your squad. Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
Is just letters put together to make 3 different words that then got printed on the shirt. See, the thing is, Jack, I know what that means. Just like I just gave you the breakdown of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, right? I know what White Lives Matter means, and it's a hate slogan. It's a slogan that was that was invented as a reactionary slogan to the slogan Black Lives Matter. It was white people trying to, on purpose, snatch back the attention that Black Americans were attempting to put on themselves in light of their station in America. The ADL, the Southern Poverty Law Center, all of these places have categorized White Lives Matter as a hate slogan. It's not Van Lathan doing that. It's not a bunch of mad people on Instagram doing that. That's the people that's job it is to look out for that stuff. So when I looked at it, it might not have any context to you, but it certainly has some context to me. And that context doesn't get divorced because Kanye West put it on. That context doesn't get divorced because Jesus Christ puts the shirt on. And if he put it on and he's trying to make that fashionable, like, we're going to talk about it. And Instagram is just how I chose to have that discussion.
Right. Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. Maybe, you know, once again, let's go back to how this is even a thing.
Mm-hmm.
This thing about this phenomenon, how crazy that this is, right?
All right, hold up. I'm going to skip ahead because there are a couple other very important things that I want you to hear about how amazing of an auteur and how enlightened and how much of a free thinker Jack McClinton is.
He says ironically. That nigga's a dickhead. Fuck him.
Nah, hold up.
Nah, fuck him.
He gets deep, my guy.
Nah, fuck that.
He gets deep, my guy.
So he's going a deeper dive too? Shit, fuck out of here.
I'm telling you.
Ain't nothing deep about him.
I'm telling you, bruh. You got to hear both sides.
Nah, when it comes about folk, B. Nah.
Hold up. You got to hear both sides.
And I'm vehemently angrier that I hear a black person speaking like this. Like, I don't think people understand how upset and angry I get with this shit, dog.
All right, here we go.
All right, run it.
Talking about Kanye. Like, let's speak about things that actually, I get it. It does matter. It's disheartening to see a black man wear a White Lives Matter shirt. Yes, we know that. But we also know what Kanye does. This is not his first time at the rodeo.
He says it's humbling to see a black person wear that shirt.
Yes. One of his skills, his life skills that he displays in this amazing interview is his ability to flip-flop his position.
Jesus Christ. But my whole thing is,
he's a master at it.
Disheartening is too soft of a word for me. Like,
well, no, listen.
It's despicable.
He doesn't.
And it's Kanye doing it. So it's just like,
you want. Hold up.
Okay.
You're burying the lead. You're burying the lead.
Am I off?
No, you're burying the lead though.
Okay, go ahead.
Doing something like this that's like questionable. Like, wait, what is this guy doing right now?
Yeah. So let's take things in order here.
Right.
As I catalog them. Well, first of all, let's go back to technology.
Okay.
So if we were 5,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago,
yeah.
When you went out, you'd be looking dead into the sun, and you either have to put your hand over your eyes to shield you from the sun, or you have to get under something or whatever. You don't have to do that now because on your face right now, there's sunglasses. And the sunglasses that you have on your face represent human technology. It represents the human ability to see that, hey, looking into the sun is uncomfortable. And it's easier to wear something on your face for a long time that will keep the sun out of your eyes, even a hat or whatever. It's technology, everything, your clothing, your watch, everything. The home that you live in, you can't divorce yourself from technology now. When you're talking about boats, the wheel, a fishing pole, anything that man built to make his job easier is technology. Anything that a human being built to make their life easier is technology. The connectivity to one another in terms of the internet, in terms of social media, we can debate whether or not that's a good or bad thing. I think there are a lot of people who have a lot of ideas on that. But what we can debate is whether or not you're responsible for the ideas that you put out into the world. You are, and you've always been. You've been responsible for the ideas that you put out into the world. If you could tell them to one person, you've been responsible for the ideas that you put out into the world. If you could tell 1 million people, people being influenced or having an opinion about what you say is a part of human communication that is never going to change. And there's nothing special about Kanye West that absolves him from the opportunity or the right to be held accountable for the ideas that he puts out. So I get that. Number two, when you responded to the Instagram, you didn't say, why do we pay so much attention to Kanye West? Because that's actually a good question.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, bro, when I wrote that, I mean, it was 500 comments. It was like...
I get you. Yeah. But listen, but let's look at the difference in the two things. If we want to have a conversation right now and we want to litigate and debate as a culture whether or not we spend too much energy on Kanye West, it's something that we've gone back and forth with on this.
Shout out to Van for snatching my point back.
Yeah.
That's the point that I was making. But anyway,
very podcast. Then that's fine. But that's not what people were mad. People aren't mad because people aren't upset because Kanye West, who spent years and years and years, let's take a quick career retrospective. Kanye West, how do you stop the Black Panthers? Ronald Reagan gave us an answer. You hear that? Well, Gil Scott was hearing, when our heroes and heroines got hooked on heroin, crack raised the murder rate in D.C. and Maryland. We invested in that. It's like we got Merrill lynched. Okay? So we didn't choose to anoint Kanye West as a spokesman for what was happening in different parts of Black community. Kanye West told us he cared about us. Like, that's what happened. Let's be honest. Kanye West, when he started making music, been working in the slave ship, talking about American consumerism, the entire college dropout, all falls down, Jesus walks. Kanye West chose to endear himself to us and make us believe that he understood what was happening in our neighborhoods and who we were as a people. So when magically one day Kanye West seemingly decides, for whatever reason, to do everything that he can to poke fun at what a lot of people consider not a monolith. We're not a monolith. When Kanye West chose to say, hey, everything else that I said in the past, not really a big deal now. Now what I care about is hanging out with Donald Trump, is wearing black hate slogans on T-shirts, and kikiing and having a good time with the Tucker Carlsons of the world, the people who make it a living to tell the rest of America just how fucked up y'all are. That's what I want to do. People are hurt about it. Should we be less hurt? Maybe. But he's a grown man and he's making his own decisions. And as far as talking about the debt or the Russian nuclear crisis,
hold on.
Jackson water crisis, or what's
Van is making a great point.
I mean,
because when Ye first
that's
came
what
out,
Van does.
we were all thinking that. We thought, you for us, because you got to remember when
talking about who his mother was.
College Dropout came out, like that was like 2000. It was in the 2000s, the early 2000s.
It was 2000. College Dropout,
like
2006.
6? No. I was still in high school when that shit came out, so it wasn't no 2006.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you. Well, no. Sorry. College Dropout was 2006. I mean, not College Dropout. Late Registration was 2006.
Right. College Dropout was like
2
or 3 years before, like
2004.
Yeah. So yeah, and I was like, damn, it was a breath of fresh air to hear a black man like speak for us, like drug dealing just to get by. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like, and not clowning it, not downing it, saying like, yo, this is what we have to do to survive.
Right.
Hearing that Kanye was like, it was resonant to me. Like, it resonated with me. Like, yo, I can relate. Because I'm in a situation where, like, I'm low-key doing that type of shit.
Yeah.
I know I'm black. I know what I'm doing is wrong, but shit, you got to do what you got to do to live. And then he did a bunch of other shit that even made what he did at the beginning, like, push that shit even further. Like, yo, yeah, he's for us. He's for us. So my thing is this. It's just like, when you see a change in a person, you're like, what's going on, bro? You feel me? It's just like when I was going through my depression stint, and I've been going through that. People are like, yo, what's up with you?
Right.
You good? The way you talking is different. The way you looking is different. Dressing different. Like, people are going to notice. And since Kanye has been prominent since his inception, as far as being in the game and being mainstream, of course, people that he was speaking to in the beginning are going to look at him like, bro, the way that you're landing right now, it is not the same. So we cannot jack your shit no more. I'm just happy that Van pointed that out. Right. And I'm literally witnessing a murder right now.
Oh, hold on. I told you. It gets better.
No, I see. Yo, I'm literally witnessing a murder right now. Like, because Buddy don't got no legs to stand on. It's disappointing because it's niggas like him that infuse niggas like me and you that think like him. You know what I'm saying? Not me and you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, in our positions, like, right. we ain't no big names on that. But it's like he has a effect on that to have black people saying that same type of shit to, you know, I guess, be there for Kanye in a time where none of us should be, period. And we shouldn't have been there for him back then. I mean, I wasn't, but I'm just saying, like, he's not helping. Like how y'all say. You know what I mean? You're not helping me. And my bad, I know I'm joining on. It's really annoying. And this is shit that I kept to myself like all week. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna do no Facebook posts about this shit because I know it ain't gonna translate well because it's just gonna be anger. So I had to do it here, and I'm happy that you brought it up. But yeah, I want to continue to witness this murder. That's
what's happening with climate change, or what's happening to the mountain lions all over this country that are being treated like shit by people state after state. I'm with talking about it all. But that don't mean I'm gonna let somebody say that I'm not gonna talk about this nigga too. Because the reality is the interlopers that have come into our communities.
Oh, to be clear, the part that I skipped that he's referencing right now is Jack was like, why are we talking about Kanye? What about global warming? What about this? What about
I see him all the time. You can watch it. Period.
It's very simple. It's very simple. But yeah.
And come into our heart, then turn around and use their cultural power, the power that we gave them, to turn around and turn it on us. Jack, I'm not fucking dealing with that. And I'm not going to spend all of my time talking about it, but I'm going to call it like I see it, bruh. And so when you said don't white lives matter, the answer is everybody's life is precious, made by my creator, God.
Right.
The only difference is one group of people get every single indication in this country that their lives matter. The other group, you can blow their fucking head off on camera and not even lose your job. I'm not about to act like it's the same.
Right. So, no, I don't want you to sit here and act like it's the same because we know it's not the same. But I want to continue to go back is that the media shows us what they want to show us, right? I mean, I've seen videos come up from like 6 years ago about a cop doing something to a black man or torturing them. This was like 6 or 7 years ago.
Jack,
in this video,
can
I finish?
Yeah, sure.
What I'm saying is, if we continue to see this stuff, and what happens when we get that? We're going to share it to a friend's going to share it to another friend, and it's going to continue being shared. And this is the topic of conversation. That's all we're talking about. And I'm not sitting here saying that it doesn't happen. It happens because we've seen it. I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, I believe it's about how we respond to what we see. And I believe it's became a conditioned response for us to respond in a certain way, which I'm not faulting anyone for that. I'm not faulting people to be like, you know what? That's fucked up. It probably is. It is messed up. It is. It shouldn't happen. But how do we get past that? how do we get past saying, okay, how do we get past this point where this is not about a black and white thing, but this is about a humanity thing? Let's make it about humanity. Let's disregard the color. Because if you slice me back down the middle and I slice you or some white man.
Now wait.
Ice cream, nigga.
Wait. Listen to what is about to come up. This is very important. I need y'all to pay attention because he's about to spit some bars. Jack is about to ether. Jack is about to ether the fuck out of this point. Watch.
We're all the same inside. There's always been this. That's what I'm saying. There's always been this barrier between black and white. We're like the only country that talks about we talk about color.
Listen.
Wait. All right. We are the only country.
Only.
We're the only country. The only country that talks about black and white. I want to get specifically to Van's response because the rest of what Jack is about to say is bullshit. Oh, wait. All right, so I want you to watch Van's face.
I'm not watching the nigga get murdered. I'm watching him commit suicide.
watch Van's face. Look, just, when I put this back on the screen, look directly at Van.
Got you.
Are we so
absolutely
black?
not? That's like not a fact.
I'm not saying it, but we always So what other country are we saying? Yo, like obviously we do it, but like we're always pushing this black versus white agenda when we're just humans. Let's talk about humanity.
Oh my God, Jack.
We can't talk about humanity.
We can talk about humanity.
But this particular situation is about White Lives Matter. Kanye West, a black man wearing the t-shirt White Lives Matter. You got to talk about color and race. You want to have a whole different conversation about humanity? That's something different. But like this particular conversation, you can't separate race from it. I'm
not separating race from it. But what I'm saying is, how do we get past the black and white thing? Yes, he did what he did.
Ask white people.
Yeah.
Ask what? I think we have to ask ourselves that too, because at the end, listen.
Jack, you ever heard of apartheid? Do you know what that is?
A what?
Apartheid. You ever heard
Explain that? Explain that, please.
Okay. Well, wow. So apartheid is a.
Okay, tell me. See, this is what I'm saying. Like I say, explain that, and you say, okay, wow. Like that's what we do. Like
it's not what we do.
No, why does it have to be? Why does it have to be? Okay, wow. Like, why does it have to be that?
Because you. Okay. First of all, I apologize.
Yeah. I'm just asking the question.
Let me tell you why there's a wow. And I'm gonna be all the way. I'm gonna keep it all the way real.
Please.
I get sick of this.
Right.
I do. And let me tell you what I get sick of.
Now let me remind everybody, that's his man's. Like this isn't.
Oh, they're friends.
Yeah, they're actually friends.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, but from what you say, sometimes you gotta check your friends.
You gotta check your friends.
You got
what the fuck? You have to.
But anyway, listen to me, B. I'm not being around any nigga that has these type of talking points against us.
No. Listen,
cool
Van is a much better person than I am.
Yeah,
I would not continue.
Hey, listen. If it was me talking that bullshit, I know you would have been dug in my ass a week ago before I said it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like what is going on? But watch this.
Jack, you just said a second ago that America is the only country where we talk about color. Okay.
Right.
Then I ask you, I say, you ever heard about apartheid? What apartheid is and was a system of government in South Africa that was legal and operating, that separated black people from white people. It was a system that there ended up being a worldwide movement to dismantle because it was essentially legal racism. You could not be seen. Trevor Noah, who is the host of The Daily Show, talks very vividly about how he used to be walking with his mother and would see people that his mother could not be seen with his father. They couldn't.
Jack is an asshole.
Sure.
What is the difference between apartheid and segregation?
Well,
it was legal racism.
Parts of segregation weren't law.
Okay,
that's the difference.
Okay, but
the entire system of apartheid was law.
Okay, but it's still similar though. Like in the
Yes, it is still very similar.
That's what I'm saying. He's an asshole.
Oh yeah, but let Van.
I ain't gonna hold him for not knowing what apartheid is.
No, fuck him. I'm holding him for not knowing. No. Okay. Well, let Van G off. He's about to explain the reason why I'm going to hold him.
But you get what I mean, though, right?
No, listen. Van's about to explain why I hold Jack for not knowing what apartheid is.
Okay. It might be for the same reasons as me, though, but whatever. Like,
right.
I don't like it.
Be seen showing any affection. There were entire parts of South Africa that were dilapidated, basically shanties, where the black people lived, the white people controlled all the power, all the wealth, all the money, and it was legal. During the 80s, when I was a kid, there was a big movement to divest from South Africa, to make specific countries divest from South Africa, to make specific entities divest from South Africa. U2 wouldn't play in Sun City. The reason why U2 wouldn't play in Sun City was because they didn't want to support a government where racism was legal, right? So the reason why I said wow is because, just to be honest with you, not even trying to diss, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. And so because of that, it's incredibly frustrating to and I have these conversations all the time. We need to be better as a group, as a people, as individual citizens of this earth and this America to know exactly the framework of what it is that we're dealing with. Even the explanation I gave of apartheid is quaint compared to what, and by the way, I can point to different situations all over the globe that involve white supremacy.
All right, so man, let me say something like that.
So let me finish.
Okay,
so for you to say that, by the way, America has a race problem, and it has a specific race problem.
I'm not saying that it doesn't.
But what I'm telling you right now is black people, there is a diaspora of black people that are catching hell all over the world, Jack. It is here. Some would say that they do it best here. It's like baseball. They play it everywhere, but here in America, we're the best at it. Okay? But I'm telling you right now that before we talk about and litigate what some of these different things mean, respectfully and with love and gentle care, we need to have an understanding of what we mean in the community of this country and also in the world community. And if you say something like America is the only place where we talk about black versus white.
Now I know I need to add more context to what I'm saying.
Please
we're talking about, understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Because every time I say something, we go back to book culture. We go back to literate culture. We go back all this. Did you just say you went back?
Literate culture.
We don't live in a literate society. You don't need to know how to read or anything to make it in this day. We live in an illiterate.
But Jack, am I gonna tell you how to come off a pin down and get free? And no. I want you to listen. I'm listening. Am I gonna? So what I'm telling you, if I step on the court and it's you and it's, I was gonna say Vic, but not Vic. But if I was step on the court and it's you and David Blue and Jay Williams and all the guys that you hoop with, am I gonna step on the court and tell y'all how to come off a pin down, get free, shoot a two, or how to run a back action, or how to do any of that stuff if I don't know what's going on, and then tell y'all?
No.
And if y'all tell y'all I don't know, then say, hey, you guys, it's basketball culture. No, it's knowing the ins and outs of the game, and we're.
Yeah, if I'm made. Yeah. I made that nigga. And
this nigga said the United States of America is the only place that they talk about black and white. And then when he's told, hey, do you know about apartheid? What's apartheid? And then when it's explained to him, he says, all this shit you're talking about is book culture. It's literal culture. Yeah. You don't have to be literate. in order to make it in the world.
What wasn't not lost on me with that is Kanye is similar to him in that aspect of things because Kanye don't like to read. So I'm not surprised that a person like him would say that.
I mean, either you sell crack right or you got a wicked jump shot.
Yeah, shots a big. No, I got you, McKenna. I got you, McKenna. I was just saying, like, when it comes to that, like, how can I guess that's what the disconnect is when it comes to apartheid versus segregation.
Yeah, the segregation, not the words, not the dictionary definition of the word segregation.
But how it was
segregation that happened in the United States
was,
is slightly different than what apartheid was.
Yeah.
Right. The dictionary definition, yes, both of them are segregation.
Yeah.
But the term that we use for what happened in the United States is a different beast than what apartheid was. But anybody out there, I just want y'all, if y'all get time, to go ahead and watch this whole video. It's not. I know it says 2 hours. The actual interview is not 2 hours long. The interview is maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. But my thing is, when it comes to the apartheid and segregation, is there, outside of the legal aspect, how much difference is there? Because I'm just trying to.
Well, like McKenna said, it's not separate but equal. It's separate but unequal. With
so like
even though equal wasn't really equal.
Yeah, that's what least, that's what that's
the difference is. At least they put on
the front, like, if you do this fuck shit, then
at least they put on the front that they were searching for equal.
Right. Okay.
There was no such there were no such niceties with apartheid.
Yeah, apartheid.
They wasn't even pretending.
Like
they were trying to be
I get that. Yeah. But my whole point with him was just
I'll send it to you, Mike.
The whole point with him was like, how can you not? Because even though nobody brought up the segregation part, like the first thing that I thought about when Van was talking about apartheid was segregation.
Yeah,
that was my connection to what he was talking about.
Right.
So everything that Van said, before he landed, was like, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. So this is what ends up happening.
It's similar but not the same. You know,
so many of these people get up here on social media and they be running their mouth about shit that they have no clue about.
Word.
Did you see how honest and earnest and sincere Jack was when Van said, "Do you know what apartheid is?" And he says, "Explain that for me."
Yeah.
That's not a joke. He wasn't playing. He literally had no idea what apartheid was.
I literally kind of did the same thing.
And for you to say the United States is the only place in the world
race matters,
you should have some fucking reference about what happens elsewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
This motherfucker. But then all that shit you're talking, that's book culture. That's literate culture. What? Nigga, what the fuck are you talking?
But that's what niggas do, though. That's what niggas do.
So I try to get on this very show and dispel stereotypes like if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book.
Yeah.
And then people like Jack McClinton
make that shit true. Thank you. He's doing
very much
for us.
Appreciate you, bruh.
That's why I said I became in my statement. I said, "Yo, I'm not watching a nigga get murdered. I'm watching a nigga commit suicide." Like he literally.
Oh yeah. For anybody that, and here's the thing. The problem with this interview is, it's two problems. One, Van needs to stop bringing these idiots any attention, and he mentions that at the end. After the interview, he's like, "I'm not gonna keep bringing my friends on this show."
Oh,
he mentions that at the
end.
The other problem is this isn't a thing about opinions.
Yeah.
This is literally an example, this entire interview between the two of them, because at some point she just bowed out. At some point she just stopped talking.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck?
There was no point anymore.
There's nothing you can say. This entire interview between the two of them It's not an opinion thing. All of it is him not knowing something and then him trying to pivot.
Yeah.
Everything. When
Because
the
that's when
interview
he
started, they're saying, I put this post on Instagram, you commented under it, do white lives not matter? Oh,
He
well,
didn't-
no.
he didn't
it's
answer
not
none of
about
that.
it's not about white lives not mattering. It's about like why are we even talking about
know
this?
about it. You know,
Okay,
he sounds
well,
like
we're
to
talking
me.
about this because Kanye is a very influential person, and he set himself up as a defender and protector of the black experience, and now he's doing something different, so people were hurt. Yeah, but technology, if there wasn't
That
for
has nothing to do with
technology,
shit.
we wouldn't even be able
Yeah.
to see. Yeah, okay, but you are responsible for what you
Hey, yo,
say.
technology
And-
aside, people would still feel the same ways.
Bruh.
We all wouldn't know that we all feel the same ways or different ways about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And he said something during this interview to the effect of technology has overextended us because, like, when as years and years ago, when we were people, we can only talk to the people that we can physically reach, and we can only hear the people
What's
that
up,
were
Cosby?
within earshot of us. Now you invented the printing press, so that's an extension of your eyes, and then you invented the telegram and the telephone, and that's an extension of your ears and your mouth, and then now this the blah blah blah. So now we're overextended as people, sir. You used that word wrong.
yeah.
And it's because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you don't know things.
All he's saying is those things happen because the technology existed. But what I'm saying is, even if the technology didn't exist,
didn't
people
matter,
would
right.
still feel those same
There
ways.
would still be a thing. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And-
It's just not
and-
everybody will be able to see it, hear it. You know what I mean? But it still is what it is.
I have never had such a bittersweet moment about anything like this until I watched this interview, because this motherfucker it's sweet because I get to see Van Lathan eviscerate a motherfucker.
Yeah, facts. I love seeing
But it's
that.
bitter because you are one of these prominent in some way, shape, or form black men in this country, and
Literally,
listen to the shit that you're saying out of your mouth.
literally saying the same type of retort that
This nigga goes
Kanye
on
said.
to be on his best. He does his best Ice Cube impression later on in this interview, talking about, well, why aren't the black people doing anything to solve the problems?
I hate when people do that.
And Van didn't bring this up, and I'm mad that Van didn't bring this up, but I figure that at this point he was feeling sorry for his
Yeah, he was
man.
done. He was done. He was done. Because you know what that is.
Black
'Cause I-
Wall Street was a thing. What are we talking about?
yeah.
Black Wall Street happened. They
But not
bombed
only-
the fuck out of.
Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this, right? You know how they always talk about, oh well, black people only trip out when white police kill black people.
Yeah, I watched the video about that.
But
yesterday, too.
what about the ceasefire movements? in black
Yeah,
communities
that's not.
that
That's
people
literally
overstrate?
not the argument anybody's making.
You know
You're
what I'm
making
saying?
a correlation because you happen to see that the person that killed this black person is white. That's
But
you
you,
making this.
but then you're saying
nobody
that
is saying
you don't want to make it a race thing. But my whole
Right.
thing is, but then you talk about what we're not doing. How the
Right.
fuck you know what we're not doing?
you don't. You clearly
Exactly. Like
don't. And
shut
that's
up.
the point. It's it's a whole thing.
That's all I mean.
It's a whole
And the irony of it, we always talk about, oh, we talk down to each other. That's another thing that they bring into the equation.
Mhm.
You doing that alone with saying that all we care about is one thing and not the other things that actually happen with us amongst ourselves and we're not handling it. You're literally doing that same fucking thing, saying that we're not doing nothing about it. But
Yeah.
that's been proven to be untrue.
Yeah.
There are sections that do that. We do that. It's just annoying to hear that shit all the fucking time.
Bruh.
Ceasefire movements, you
All
know what
over
I'm
the
saying?
country.
All over the fucking country.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. All right, so this has been another rousing
My bad,
episode of the Black.
We wasn't
Podcast.
supposed to be spicy, but
We weren't supposed to. I had no intention of actually playing this interview when we started the show, but it is what it is. Like I said, y'all go check out this interview to get the whole context of what's going on. Because I always, even when I do my deeper dives, if I do them on a YouTube video, I still encourage whoever watches to go check out the original video, because I want y'all to know, I want y'all to be sure and certain that I'm not cutting things out of context. Like, I want y'all to get the entire context of what's going on before you hear me criticize it. Well, or even after you hear me criticize it, either way. But I want you to get both of those perspectives so you can understand exactly what's going on. The stuff, deeper dive. There may or may not be a video up tomorrow. It's not going to be the traditional deeper dive video. If it is, though, Jaded Nerd, go check out Jaded Nerd and his live streams over on the Jaded Nerd YouTube channel. Yeah, because it's in the name. It's kind of Metas and Mutants. Check out Side Guy with the Metas and Mutants podcast. Eddie's Gaming, the streams of the streams, they be happening. They be happening. Am I missing anybody?
Oh, the comic book.
Well, no, the comic book's always last.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's
I think
everything. All right, so also Majestic Comics, absolutely. Again, that Kickstarter is quickly approaching for episode 1. So make sure y'all look out for that and pay attention to that. And yeah, for my man Adequate,
Yo.
I am SVJ, and this has been another episode of Black Culture Geeks. We thank you for listening, and we will see you guys later.